go again. Here we go again. Yeah, man. So apparently, it's a Twitter beef. Twitter beef between Shakur Stevenson, between Teofimo Lopez, between George Cambodia. I'm not particularly amused by it because neither one of the three are really in any position to talk when you think about it. George got a gift. George got a gift over Maxie Hughes, man. George got a gift over Maxie Hughes. And Teofimo, he got beat by George. Shakur, who I think is better than both, while I do think he's a better boxer than both, it's not that entertaining to watch. At least not in his last fight. So, yeah, like he doesn't do well, Kelvin. He don't do well in them Twitter beefs, man. Like he don't. Like he's not a man of many words, Shakur Stevenson. Que lo que, manín? Luisito, que lo que? Yeah, that's exactly what it's like, Marty. It's like a soap opera, man. And it's really not amusing because unless it's going to result in a fight between Shakur and Teofimo, it's like, what y'all arguing about? What is y'all arguing about? You feel me? Unless y'all about to fight, if y'all about to get it on, then alright, but y'all not about to get it on. Shakur is 2 fights into his lightweight campaign. Teofimo is up there super lightweight. He ain't coming back down. You know what I mean? So be arguing like I was gonna do a segment. But then I'm like, for what? They not about to fight. They just talking like they just talking. They not about to fight. George not about to fight Shakur. Shakur not about to fight Teofimo. Teofimo not about to run it back with George. It's nothing. Shout out to Drew. Shout out to Big Drew. You know what I mean? You ain't missed nothing, bro. Some Twitter drama between Shakur S. Stevenson, Teofimo, and George. I was going to do a segment. Like I said, I saw that they was beefing and saying this and that. And I'm like, oh, I should probably do a segment about that. But then I thought about it. I'm like, bro, none of these dudes is even about to fight. They not about to fight. Shout out to Deed. Matias is that guy the fanboys want Benavidez to be. Absolutely. The other thing is that while they doing all this, right? While they doing this back and forth Twitter wars stuff, right? I mean, this is kind of why the American boxing scene is in the crapper. Because while they doing the Twitter beef thing, none of them is gonna fight Matias. You see what I mean? That like I would like to see Teofimo versus Subriel Matias. I would like to see Devin Haney or Javante or somebody fight that dude, but we all know they not gonna fight this dude, man. Like motherfuckers will sit there arguing about that shit all day, knowing none of that is gonna happen, bro. Nobody's gonna fight that dude just to be fighting that dude. Y'all rather argue on Twitter. It's like, ugh. That's why I was like, nah, I ain't even gonna do a whole segment on that. That's a waste of time, bro. That's a waste of time. Shout out to Mr. Yagami, Wayne Fitness, Emma Willis. Yeah, like this is kind of why the American boxing scene is kind of ho-hum. That it's like, yeah, I mean, I got my tacos coming in. I got my Taco Bell coming in. About to eat me 4 soft tacos out here. It's real out here. And yeah, yo, I was just on the spaces with Rico and Mike. Shout out to Mike. Shout out to my man Miguel, Big Polo. Polo with the no-low. Hey, get out of here. She's coming. Hey, get out of here. Like I said, American boxers. Shout out to my man Drew for the super chat. American boxers is acting like rappers. It's nauseating. Yeah, it actually is because that is what they act like. They act like the people that watch boxing is into this Housewives of Atlanta shit. And I'm not. Like, I'm here for the fights, bro. So unless y'all gonna fight, I'm losing interest. Like, how many times we seen Javante get in a Twitter argument with somebody he don't end up fighting? How many times we see that in boxing in general? And it's primarily in the American boxing scene. You know, you used to have social media wars with Tevin Farmer, and they'll say this and that about Lomachenko, and they'll say this and that about this person and that person. Yo, thank you, Mr. Yagami. That's the word I was looking for. Americans love the pageantry. Like they like. I feel like these guys like the drum and the female shit more than actually watching them fight. Cause they not gonna fight. They not gonna do nothing, dog. They gonna argue, and that'll be it. They not gonna do shit. What it do, Tim Sheehy? What it do, Virtuoso? And yeah, man, que lo que West Side, you already know, bro. And yeah, what it do, Wexford? What it do, Cervecero? Que lo que, manin? Troy, what it do? Ralph, what it do? Emma, what it do? Dwayne Styles, ow. LBC's most wanted, LDBC's most wanted, crazy in the building. LeBron is in the building. Yeah, I mean that it's just a lot of pageantry. That's the word that I was looking for. That it's a lot of noise and a lot of hullabaloo, but they not gonna do nothing. So it's like, well, what's the point? Shout out to Inui, who Drew just brought up. Inui don't be in no Twitter fights. He's only in real ones. Exactly right. Like Americans like all the housewives of Atlanta bullshit that they be doing. And I'm not like, man, if y'all ain't gonna fight, then it really ain't about shit. You know what I mean? It really ain't about shit. Do I think Shakur would beat Teofimo? Possibly. He has the style for it. If we're gonna actually talk boxing, actual boxing, I think Shakur has the style for it. He's not the biggest guy, but what's Teofimo? A counterpuncher. And what's Shakur? A pure boxer. He's staying on the outside, staying behind that jab, keeping you at arm's length. You're not gonna get the chance to throw no hard counters. And that's what you rely on. Teofimo, like Regis Prograis, like Javante Davis, they want to get in with the big counter first before they put the punches together, before they move in and start throwing combinations. They want to get the hard counter in. And Shakur's not going to give you the chance to do that. He's going to stay on the outside, stay behind the jab, keep space between you and him the whole night, like we just saw, and win an ugly decision. It is what it is. Shout out to my man Eric Luna, best boxing channel, hands down. Appreciate you, bro. I would say, Troy, that Teofimo is heavier, but not actually taller or longer. Feel me? He don't got like a height advantage over Shakur or a reach advantage per se. Not It's not like that. He's a heavier guy than Shakur. He is heavier. But because he relies on counterpunching, hold up, I gotta get my tacos. Yeah, it's Taco Wednesday out here for real. But yeah, like um he's not he's not physically imposing. Like, is he bigger than Shakur Stevenson? Yes, in terms of weight, he's bigger. Though he's not actually taller and not actually longer. So because the height differential and the tail of the tape is actually similar, it's still a fight where maybe Teofimo doesn't look that good because if you're relying on a hard counter to get off your power shots, well, he's not going to give you the chance to counter him because he doesn't put that many punches together. That's what happened in the Edwin De Los Santos fight. That he spent the whole time on the outside jabbing and moving and jabbing and moving. And when they wasn't doing that, they was holding. For a counterpuncher, that's a nightmare. Whether it's Javante Davis, Teofimo Lopez, or Regis Prograis, the pure boxer style is a nightmare for the counterpuncher. You know, so stylistically, just off styles, Shakur does have an advantage. Just off styles, is Teofimo the harder puncher? I absolutely think he is. I absolutely think Teofimo is a harder puncher than Shakur Stevenson. I do. But you got to deliver that power. You have to land it. Power don't mean nothing if you can't land it. So yeah, I think Teofimo's a harder puncher than Shakur. Maybe even Javante is a harder puncher than Shakur. But it don't matter if you can't hit him, if you can't touch him. And even though he laid an egg with Edwin De Los Santos, he laid an egg where he barely got hit. You see what I mean? And I'm not telling y'all to like that fight. I'm not telling you this and that. I'm just saying that it's still a fight where he barely got hit. LDBC's most wanted. Shout out to my man, de lo mío. Camarón Cepeda versus Matias would be great. It would be great, pero lo que no sabemos es si Cepeda can handle himself en el 140, porque recuerda, Camarón está en el 135, Matías está en el 140, y ese tipo un matón. That dude, he literally, he beat the shit out of guys. I didn't even realize till I saw it on Twitter that six out of the last six guys that he fought, five or six of them, they literally quit on their stool. Like it's like, nah, I don't want to go on. That dude is for real, B. Oh, that. Oh, I see. I didn't even know that, Polo. I didn't even know that. Yo, Polo, I don't believe that. I don't even believe that. The dude deleted the betting slip. Like, bro, like, you really just online acting stupid, fam. Like, just stay the fuck away from me, man. Stupid motherfucker. Shout out to Soft Tacos, man. That dude is, that dude, that, I forgot his name. I don't even know his name. I ain't even gonna say that shit. That dude is a dickhead, man. Like, yo, go be stupid by yourself, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Soft Tacos from Taco Bell. Cause it's taco night, motherfucker. Mm-mm-mm. About to champ four of these motherfuckers. Mm-mm-mm. Yo, for real. Do you know that a part of the reason that I don't even believe that shit is because who in their right mind would be that confident in Andre? That's a big part of the reason I don't even believe that shit. That dude has not done nothing in his whole career for nobody to be that confident. That's already suspect right there. Like, yo, what did this dude do? And who did he beat that you so confident he gonna beat whatchamacallit? También, también Giancarlo, él llamó a toda esa gente y ellos no le responden. Él es un campeón. Él es un campeón. No le responde. They don't want to answer him. He called out Teofimo. He called out Devin. He called out Regis. He called out Javante. He's literally on the same side of the street as Javante. Pero no le responden. Porque ellos no son estúpidos. Este no es el pendejo de Rolly Romero. Este no es ese pendejo, no. Y este no es el pitufo de Isaac Cruz. Este es Subriel Matias, recoñazo. Que lo sepa. Do you think Shakur is still in Top Rank's good graces? Not really, Emma. Not really. Because the thing is that no matter what I say, and even if I want to cut him slack, and even if you want to cut him slack, the thing is he costs them a lot of money whenever he gets out there. So you put yourself in their shoes to where you're paying a guy $2 and $3 million at a time, and he goes out there and lays an egg. Yeah, you're gonna be mad, and rightfully so, because it's very expensive. It costs a lot of money to get him out there. And the way that crowd was booing too, they was booing for most of the fight if you go back and watch it from like it starts like at around round 1 and they was really booing for like the whole 36 minutes almost. So you don't want that. Not if you paying a dude 2 and 3 million dollars at a time to fight and everybody's booing? Nah, they're going to be mad. I don't think he's in their good graces. I'm opening up the chat to the panel. We going to get it in. Apparently O'Hara Davies is not going to be fighting Ishmael Barroso this weekend, which I was looking forward to that fight, man. That was a fight that I was looking forward to. Apparently somebody had visa issues. I don't know if it was Ishmael Barroso or if it was O'Hara Davies. I'm going to assume it was Ishmael Barroso. Yeah, no van a pelear, Marty. They're not going to fight, bro. Yeah, the mummy's not fighting, bro. the mummy
Why?
fight.
Why? Why not, bro?
They said visa issues, but I don't know who's having them, but they said visa issues.
Everybody's saying visa issues. That's mad convenient. Haven't you not like there's sometimes in boxing where the fighters from a different place and there's visa issues. Like that'd be so convenient at times. That gets me annoyed. Yo,
I think
Shakur
it was. I
talking
mean,
greasy
they
to
showed
everybody.
he talking greasy, but it's because they see what I don't like about what they doing. You can't come at his boxing. I don't give a fuck what you say. You can't come at his boxing. You got to come at him for other shit because y'all gonna say a lot of shit, but you won't fight him. I didn't sell my stock, motherfucker. Y'all gonna say a lot of shit, but y'all won't fight him. I'm still on that train. I don't give a fuck. Motherfuckers can
Me
hate
too,
me.
bro. Because think about it. He had one late egg performance.
Oh,
He
really?
fights
Two?
No, he's got
Two?
two. Here, I'm with you, Jules, in a sense. I'm not off that train. I'm just getting on when it's the right destination.
Yeah. Because it's not like
Salute,
I think
salute.
it's not like I think he can't fight. It's just look. Sometimes a guy like you is a boring ass guy. Sometimes, yeah, but that don't mean you can't fight. No, I still got him beating Javante. Like, ain't no reason for me not to.
Let
The
me keep
Delos
it
Right.
real
Santos
with y'all,
hold on,
bro.
hold on. The Delos Santos fight is a part of why I think he beats Javante. Because if he got to win ugly and on the outside, he'll do that, and people won't like it, but he'll win.
Oh, exactly.
But think about it like this.
And come on, like this, real quick. Tank don't do nothing with Delos Santos either.
He's not gonna
Hmm.
fight him. He's not gonna
Yo,
fight him. That's if he will
what
fight him, I will respect it.
what
Yeah,
about okay,
that's
Jules?
to me that
What
is
what
the back
about
fact because it's.
Wait.
Go
Go
ahead,
ahead,
brother.
Caesar. Wait, go ahead, Caesar.
okay? What do you think? Well, to say this, to say Javante's kind of a fraud, with all these rehydration clauses, do you think you will need a chin, or is it because the rehydration clauses is why he's getting these knockouts and
Esa
why they're
cuestión está buena.
weak?
Esa cuestión está buena. ¿Tú sabes por qué? Él no
Okay,
noqueó Isaac. He didn't knock out Isaac, and he needed
he
12
didn't.
rounds, and he needed 12 rounds for
Yep,
Gamboa. So
Gamboa.
ponlo tú. I think most of us thought that he could beat Ryan. I think most of us thought that he
I think
would and
yeah.
he could. But the fact that you put all them weight clauses on him when we already thought you could beat him, that's not a good look, bro. Because I already thought he could beat him. What do you need all these weight clauses for?
He's not what he
But
says. That's what it is.
Post the betting slip. 1 through 10,
Ese,
Julius.
yo, I hate dudes like that, porque de verdad, ese tipo sabe que él es un feo y un sucio, y él no tiene dinero, porque ¿qué clase de persona tiene que hacer todo eso? Yo, y'all had to track him down. Y'all had to find him, because he
Mm-hmm.
didn't even post the shit. Maldito
Mm.
sucio, coño.
For real, man. You know
Yeah,
he
but
got that shit.
I say this about I say this about Shakur. If Shakur fight George Kambosos, he's stopping him, right? He's taking him right out.
I think he
well, yeah,
will.
because
He's
George
Not,
taking
can't
him.
punch.
he's not stopping shit. Cause I'll bet you money he don't stop
Wait,
him right
who
now.
stops
Crazy.
Cambosos?
You don't think he stops George Polo?
No, it goes
Yeah, he
12.
stopped. He stopped
It'll
Kambosos.
just be a boring 9-3, 10-2 with maybe
Are you
cruising.
kidding
It'll
me?
be a
He's gonna
boring
beat
fight.
him up.
Nah,
Shakur
he'll
beat the shit out
he'll
of
let
him.
his Shakur will let his hands go polo more than Devin do and catch him better.
I agree
Don't let
with
his
Drew. I agree with Drew and Chris. I think he could stop
Yo,
George.
yo,
I think he
Jules,
could stop
I gotta
George.
ask Drew something. Hey, what happened to Mexicans for Boo Boo, Drew? How'd that turn out?
Do realize my sarcasm in that, right? When I said
I'm
in a
just saying,
perfect
damn,
world, they
bro. At
both
least
look like
Caleb Plant
shit.
actually was winning rounds. I knew he would
Drew,
not win.
Whoa,
sarcasm's
whoa.
my thing. Back off.
No, and this, I'm not going to fucking suck a guy's dick for fighting a 36-year-old Rhode Island bum.
Mm.
Woo!
Damn, he's a bum now. I gotta tell
He's
you right
been a
now,
No,
bro.
no,
You
but
bum.
earn my
no,
He's
no,
respect.
but
been a
He
fucking
really.
Drew.
bum,
Thank you, Drew. Like,
He took out the like Steve Kim's
I'll clap for him for that. I'll clap for him for that.
like Steve Kim and Jules said. He did what he was supposed to do, and he took out the fucking trash. You don't
Oh,
get points
okay.
yeah.
for doing. You don't get points for doing that
You
for the first
don't.
time in 10 fucking
You're
years.
not a
eso es lo
monster
que,
for knocking out a fraud, bro.
eso es lo que es que yo voy a decir que me gustó la victoria. Did I like how he looked? Yeah. Do I think it's a good win for him?
Yeah.
Yeah. But y'all already know I didn't think much of
They're
Demetrius. I didn't wait
overhyping
till
it, Julius. I
yeah,
gotta
like
give him credit. You know why I
I
give him
didn't
credit?
wait
He did
till
it better
I
than I
didn't wait
thought.
till
And
after the fight. Hold on, I didn't wait till after the fight to start saying, "Yo, Demetrius ain't really all that." I've been saying that before the fight. Before the fight even got made, I was saying that. Like, yo, this
I
dude is
remember.
not.
I still
The
have that.
reason it was a good win, is because he beat the shit out of Andrade. If it was a close
and he didn't
decision win, we'd still be
Julius,
saying,
you know
"Oh,
what?
fuck
What
this."
also he didn't let Boo Boo make it a stink fest. Boo Boo could have got on his bike. It could have been like a he took him out before he could do all that. So that's why he earned my
Yeah.
respect a little bit more because he's like, yo, when he had a guy that's considered a boxer, because but you could think what you want, but he did better than
No,
Plant.
look,
We also
Polo,
got
he
to look
did
at
good.
Plant is better.
He did
Like
good,
Plant
but
is a
at the same
better.
time, wait. At the same time, when you see that Canelo doesn't get credit for beating better fighters than Demetrius, that's why we're hard on him. He already beat better fighters than Demetrius. I
Bro,
said
he did hands
Danny
way
Jacobs is
better.
Like
better than
Caleb Plant.
Demetrius. Caleb Plant is better than Demetrius. Callum
Bro,
Smith
Caleb
is better
Smith,
than
the one
Demetrius.
Caleb Smith that
Didn't
wasn't
didn't
there would have
Demetrius
knocked
look like
Demetrius
shit? Didn't he
Andrade
look like
out.
shit in his last fight and get dropped by that guy?
Bro, and
Who?
that's not the
Yeah,
other
he
thing
got
is that's
dropped. He
not
got
the
dropped.
first that's not even the first time that he got dropped or the first time he looked like shit. That's why I'm like, yeah, it's cool that you beat him, but I've been saying Demetrius is not all
What
that. Like,
what do you think people would say if Canelo knocked out Demetrius? Would like,
nah,
oh well, he was.
they'll find a way to
They'll
talk
find
it
a
down.
way.
Oh,
That's what I'm
he
saying.
waited till
So
That's a
this is
fact.
what they'll say. He waited till he got
Oh, he
older and
waited
didn't
till
want
he
to
got
fight him
Yeah,
at
they'll
his
old.
say that.
prime
They'll
at
say that, but
54.
they'll say he aged him
or
out.
a fraud. They'll actually call him a fraud. They're not calling him a
They
fraud
live in
now.
a world like if you look at Demetrius is skinny, but he's not a little person. And they try to act like,
No.
oh, he's this little man, el pobrecito, el chiquito. Bro, that dude is like 6'2" or
Now,
one or whatever. He's
where
not
I
He's a
will
all
light
get
that.
on the
heavyweight.
David train finally is if he knows Munguia's next for Canelo. He knows that shit. Okay, bro. After fucking Bivol handles his business in December, and if they don't get undisputed, go fucking make that fight. Stop being take that
No,
shit then.
yo voy a decir esto, déjame decir esto. If he said, okay, yo voy a pelear con el cubano, I'll take it and I'll respect it. And I'll
Yeah,
Okay,
take
I
it.
mean,
But
you
I'll,
can't
I'll
say
take
he
that.
got
do
to
you
go
know
up
why
in weight
I'll
though.
take it? Do you know why I'll take it, Polo? Because you ain't fought a puncher yet. You don't fool me, bro. None of these
Yeah.
people that you
I,
Yo,
fighting
Julius,
is
what if
punchers.
it's been Billy? What if they go on and
Oh,
says,
no, my man, no, you think I get mad at bro,
No, I
bro.
would
no,
not
I'm
be
just
mad
giving
at
you an
that at
example
all.
because
no.
Julius, that fight with them is not on them. It's the networks. They don't want that fight.
No,
They
yo no
know
quieren
he's
esa
gonna
pelea.
get potential. He's gonna fight a voluntary. But if
What
it's
do you
been
mean? No,
Billy, I'll
what do you
take
mean?
it. I'm
Network
gonna be
Polo.
realistic.
He's a pay per view fighter now. The network ain't got no
Wait a
say.
minute. No, that the other thing
No, that's
is
not true.
no,
Don't
wait a
get
minute, wait a
yourself
minute. The
fooled.
other thing is, I gotta ask y'all. Well, first, let me read these super chats. Shout out to Mr. T. After talking a good one about standing in front of crying Ryan, Shakur follows it up. Demand, yeah, I know that shit was. I ain't even gonna front. That was cringe, bro. Shaking my head. Someone please take his phone. Yeah, that was cringe though. That he said to Ryan he would fight him at a catchweight, bro. It's Ryan, bro. Stop with the catchweight. It's
Yeah.
Ryan Garcia, bro. Shout out to
It's
boxing
nasty.
fan.
It's nasty
It's
work,
The
bro. It's
Disney
fucking
star.
nasty, man.
It's the
right.
Disney star.
Shout out to the boxing fan. Did you guys watch Mauricio talking to David and asked him, "Are you willing to wait until September?" He said yes. Mauricio said he talked to both teams. Pero tú sabes lo que es, manín. Eso se sabe. Like, we've been talking about that here on this channel the whole time, that it's the Benavidez fans acting stupid because we already know what the plan is. Munguia in May, David in September.
Mhm.
Yo no tengo problema con eso. Like, nah, I'll take that. As long as he fights him, yeah, I'll take that. I'm not mad at
Yeah,
that.
exactly. And Mirage wants us to have our pennies in a bunch every day till September. We know we're getting it, bro.
I
Exactly.
mean,
Like
what do y'all got? John Ryder beating Munguia. 'Cause I
That's
think
not
I
a
yeah.
kind of
gimme
got
fight,
John
though,
Ryder
man.
beating Munguia.
Listen, Caesar. That's
No, it's
not
not.
a
Ryder's gonna beat
gimme
him.
fight, bro. Bro, mira, recuerda la pelea con Derevyanchenko. That was not
Mhm.
easy for Munguia, bro.
That's what
And
I'm
that's
saying.
after Jacobs, after Golovkin, after Charlo, after Radames. Y
Mhm.
Munguia todavía struggling with him. It's like, nah, dog. I don't know.
Uh,
It's
But
gonna
one
be a
thing
John
good
though,
Ryder
fight.
is
Jules, you gotta admit, Derevchenko actually has. I'm not saying Ryder's strong, probably physically, but Derevchenko has a little bit more pop. So we gotta and remember he did
Well, it
take a
wasn't
beating
really the
from.
pop. It was the combination punching, and that's what I said was
But
gonna
Ryder is a
bother
good
him.
inside
Ryder
fighter.
is
That's
good at.
No, and that's what I'm
And the
alluding to,
pace.
Polo. That the Munguia doesn't like a guy. If you go back to 154 when he fought the Japanese guy Takeshi Inui, what was bothering him was Inui was stepping to him and putting together
But I
punches.
feel like
Munguia don't
that's
like
what
that.
Munguia does this best work when you step to him. Derevchenko was using feel like, and we also got to see
Yo, if
how
you watch the
Ryder
He
Inouye
comes
fight, if
back
you
from
watch
finds
the
that.
a
Inouye fight,
way.
bro, if you watch the
Come on,
Inouye
like
fight, bro, once he
Canelo couldn't
stepped,
stop. Canelo couldn't stop John Ryder. You think Munguia is going
No,
to be able
pero
to deal with
no.
that
yeah.
pace?
That is a
But
very
but
good
but but but
fucking
Jules, you
point,
gotta remember
bro.
he's
that's a
coming
fucking
from
good
the
point, though.
Canelo fight.
But
He
he
might not
beat
be the
John Ryder
same. We
ass,
also gotta
though.
look at that because people don't
Hey,
want to look
Polo,
into that.
stop.
Like
John
that was
Ryder's gonna
I
dog walk
wanted
that
Tom.
man.
Let me let Ignacio go ahead.
yeah, Jules, really quick. I don't know if you saw this earlier. We were talking about it the other day about PBC and the Amazon deal. I saw something where some of the PBC guys are going to be fighting on club shows. I don't know
Jared
if you
Hurd.
saw that.
I did. Jared Hurd is
Trayvon
going to be fighting in a
Marshall,
Yeah, and
Jesse
Vito
Jared
Lewis.
Hurd.
Malnecki.
I mean, pero eso no es lo que yo estaba diciendo. Look, I heard it from a good source about 3 days ago that there is going to be some money. But what have I been telling you the whole time? That if this deal is the way they say it is, you're going to start to see guys float away. They're not going to have a choice because you don't have the money to accommodate them. So they're going to have to find work wherever they can find it. And let's use Jarrett Hurd as an example. Top Rank doesn't need him. Golden Boy doesn't need him. Matchroom doesn't need him. What the fuck would Queensberry do with him? So you're gonna see guys like that. There's gonna be more of that. This is what I've been telling you the whole time.
Where
That
was for
while this
Charles
is
Martin?
it,
This is why I keep
what
saying Gervonta retires, guys. Motherfucker retiring.
posiblemente, pero the
I
rumor
don't.
is
I thought
that
they
But
were
like,
getting
wait,
Amazon
wait,
someone
signed
said,
out,
espera,
bro.
espera.
someone
The
said
rumor is
Charles
he's
Hunt.
fighting el año que viene. Él va a pelear. Es el rumor that he's gonna fight Isaac again. It's the
I heard
rumor.
it's not Isaac,
I,
dude.
I
I,
I
can
heard
see
it
I,
it.
I
might be
was,
Isaac.
Trash.
fellas, I was told by somebody at PBC that Gervonta himself wanted that fight, and I'll take that as like 90% sure. Like there has to be a long shot that he
Don't
fights
say
someone.
who you heard it from though. Like if y'all knew who he heard it from, then y'all would know the intel is good. If y'all
It's
knew who
very
he heard
good.
it
It's
from.
very good, guys.
Post it
And
on the chat.
no, I can't
That,
burn sources like that
Come
because he was
on,
actually
Drew. No seas
no, he was
así, güey.
actually
No seas
listen.
así.
He was actually cool and exchanges content info with me. So I'm not gonna be a dick like that, you know.
Yeah, don't even do it. Like just know that there's a very good chance that the next fight Javante has is the Isaac Cruz. There's a
And
I,
and
very
that
I
and
can
fellas,
what?
completely see
fellas,
that
fellas,
happening, though.
fellas, that meeting
Drew.
that
Or Rolly
fellas that
Romero.
listen, that meeting that I had that I met dude just on a fluke, he confirmed everything Jules says. They operate like it's a record label and these dudes are gimmick and they're rappers, bro. That's how they view the shit.
because that's the view
Hmm.
they're gonna have. That's the industry that they
That's where
come
they
from.
came from.
That's the industry that they come from. So that's
Al
how they
Haymon was a
approach the
music
sport of
promoter,
boxing.
bro.
You know what I'm saying?
He's
Like, so why
yeah.
you think I
Like
said that is so? Why you think I've been saying that? They're not in the business of building fighters or even building fights. What they're really trying to do is build brands, and
Yeah.
you can't really do that in the sport. Like, not really. Like, yeah, Canelo's a brand, but Lions Only is not a fucking brand, bro. I'm silent. It's not a brand,
And
bro.
like
Like
Man
you're
It's
a
an
down.
New,
outlet
you're,
brand.
you're a New Yorker. You see the gimmicks from rap a mile away.
anybody could spot
Yeah,
them
I
shits.
wonder.
Me,
I wonder what Tank Davis's pay-per-view numbers will be when he fights Isaac Cruz.
well, I
He
mean,
ain't
I
gonna be
think
the face
that
of Brodsky like the Ryan Garcia.
150, bro. Not more than
no,
150.
I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be generous just because I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt, the Amazon platform, the benefit of the doubt that if it's the way they say it is, and they're gonna help them market it right to that, because Amazon has over 200 million subscribers. So you figure it's been over a year since they fought the first time. And the first time they fought, nobody knew Isaac, whereas now people know him a little better and some people like him. So I'll put the number, and I'm willing to be wrong because if I'm wrong, then, it's fucking funny. I'll put the number in between 2 and 3.
Are
200,000
you
and
kidding me?
300,000.
You know why he's right? You know why he's right though? Because they're gonna stack this undercard too, because it's new money. They're gonna have to get guys fights and whatever the
thing.
fuck. But then did you see Stevie Fulton tweeting, "I need a fight"? Like he don't know. And I was told by a trainer like he should have stood in Japan. He should have asked Mr. Honda or other guy, look, can you guys sign me? I'll live out here like fucking.
Bro, who has all the
Linares.
featherweight? Who has all the featherweight action? I see
Top
that
rank.
exactly. So maybe he should go to featherweight, bro, cuz it's like they got Oshaki, they got Navarrete, they got fucking who else did they just get? I think they just
They
right,
just
right,
signed
this,
the guy who's going to be the mandatory for Raymond
right,
Ford.
the Raymond
Otis.
Ford shit for the WBC title.
Yeah.
Not Raymond Ford, the other guy. They signed that guy.
Yeah,
So you gotta
Odebek.
go where the
Flamatov.
he gotta go where the fights are, bro. Like if you keep hanging around over there, you're gonna get old over there, bro.
Man, that's just that sounds like they're putting him in the doghouse or taking the Inoue fight. Thank
No,
God
but
he got
like
paid.
no, it's like he said, like if Fulton would have went over there on business, like met with Mr. Hunt and all he could have built himself a career out there like Linares. Move out there, you'll get 2 to 3 fights a year.
He's
Remember
a
that?
Philly
No,
nigga,
pero
though. You gotta understand.
Are you a
always-
Philly dude?
Bro,
Then
this shit is-
don't say you're about your money. Then don't say
bro,
you're a
just put it
businessman.
this way, Chris. Remember, Winky was out there in Europe taking a tour of Europe when shit wasn't popping. Like, all right, I'm gonna go to Europe. I'm
Winky-
gonna fight
But
Europeans.
they're a
was
different
fighting in-
breed of nigga. They're a different breed
Winky
of
was
man.
fighting
Let's
in
call
South
it what it
Africa,
is.
Jules.
Let's call
Man.
it what it is.
That's why my ass don't bleed for these fighters because there's money out there.
Thank you. You took the words out of my mouth. That I'm like, bro, I'm not playing none of y'all are violent because if y'all really wanted money, it's money out here. Be like, it's money all over the place. It's even money out there for Thurman if he really wanted to fight. But that's why I know you don't want to fight, bro. You just want somebody to throw a big ass check at you for nothing. Like y'all don't want to fight.
You don't want to go to the UK or Saudi to fight Conor Benn for a few M's. So fuck out of here.
Go ahead,
Actually, now that you said that,
Thurman wants to play the flute on the beach,
because
Jules.
Yeah, like that's like a lot of the problems that they have are actually easily resolved if you're willing to expand your horizons and work with new people.
Yeah, Klingon. Thurman doesn't even want the Klingon hairdo. That's what he doesn't want to do.
Yeah, shout out to King Lopez. We're gonna see a different Canelo when he fights David. Canelo is at his best against. Thank you, because that's what the fuck I've been saying, bro. That like what
Alfred
bothers
Angulo.
what bothers
James
Canelo. What bothers Canelo is guys who move, guys with great feet. If all you're gonna do is come forward, you're literally doing half the work for him. Now he doesn't have to chase you.
Yep.
Jules,
and like you said, like Wilder only made that decision because he finally had to.
Yep.
Yeah, but Wilder, I'll give Shelley and Wilder this much. At least they woke up. Woke up on time to catch the gravy train. At least they did. Some of these motherfuckers.
No, Shelly was awake. Shelly was awake. He was just fucking around. He knows better. Fuck that. Shelly's been in the game longer than Al Haymon.
It took for them to not sell nothing last year. That's really what woke them up. Remember Wilder was complaining that he didn't get the money when he wanted to get the money? Some shit like that on ES News, that there was like late payment or some shit like that.
No,
that's
bro, your
woke their ass up.
fucking broken.
And then Wilder realized
pay-per-views have not broken even. ever since he's been on a pay-per-view platform.
Not even that, Chris. He
One of them.
realized, like, damn, I passed up a guaranteed $100 million fucking dollars, yo.
I'm saying,
Yeah.
And he
like
want to
it
bring
took,
up the 50 million to other people. Like, yo, bro, shut the fuck up.
and
You turned
what
down
I'm saying.
$120 million.
All right. What I'm saying is that's what finally woke them up. That look, if we stay here, this is gonna be the. Who might come on with this shit? There go Chris with the fucked up mic. There go
It's
Chris
not
with the
me,
fucked
bro.
up mic. There go Chris with the fucked up mic. Come
Nah.
on, B.
You the one who had the fucked up mic. And we
Do you,
ain't sing
yo,
that song
dog?
for
Do
me.
you see the professionalism, bro? Fuck out of
Fuck
here.
out of here.
Oh, he's got a stick and
But like you
everything.
were saying though, but like what you were
You
saying,
see how
on a serious
you
note.
see how thick this.
He was cooking before you cut him off, Chris.
Exactly.
My
Now, what I
bad.
was gonna say, they were gonna stay over there. If the numbers would have been robust for the Hellenius pay-per-view, they were gonna stay over there. It took for y'all to not sell nothing. It took for them to pay y'all late for y'all to realize, yeah, yo, we gotta get the fuck out of here. And they were talking to other people. They had conversations with the PFL. They made it on time to do the gravy train shit with Saudi. So at least they woke up. You still got a lot of guys over there, and I'm hoping that look, Subriel, you just fought, bro. You can't stay over there, bro. You're not gonna get Rolly. You're not gonna get all of whatever names they have. You're not gonna get none of them, bro. So leave, bro. Because if you stay
Yeah.
over there, you fucked.
Jules,
I-
did you
I was
see?
a
Did
little
you
What are
see
you gonna
Subriel
do,
call them
Jules?
the Mickey
What are
D's
you gonna
champ?
do? What are you gonna do if Parker starches Wilder, though?
Man, I can't even
Laugh.
say because my damn kids is right there, so I can't even say. But I'm gonna do something, all right? Because you not supposed to be losing to no Joseph Parker, bro. Shout out to Luis Puente. Why are people thinking Benavidez is a tougher fight than Bivol all of a sudden? The shit makes no sense. Way different styles. Bivol is way smarter, and
Way
it's like
smarter.
Hmm.
these dudes don't watch boxing, bro. Like, just being honest, like, bro, Bivol is a nightmare for Canelo. And no, I didn't wait up until after the fight to say that. I said this dude's style is kind of bad for Canelo, bouncing back and
Tailor
forth.
made.
Great
Not
defense.
no,
Yeah.
it's not tailor made for him. It's the opposite. It's the opposite. Like this dude, I said this dude's style doesn't do Canelo no favors, bro. So, and I thought the way that he would win was just be busier, just throw combinations and win the rounds that way. You're not gonna stop him and you're not gonna hurt him, but maybe you can outwork him, and even that didn't work.
Wait, you're talking about Bivol?
Bivol.
Yeah.
Oh, then yes, of course, yes.
Now
My bad, bro.
Benavidez, bro. That's
Benavidez.
you tailor made for like literally, like you just a bigger
Yeah,
Angulo, bro. You're just a bigger, slightly quicker Angulo.
literally. Slightly and has
Because he
been
does
dropped
have a
though.
little bit of hand speed. He does have a little bit of hand speed, and
That's
credit
it.
to him. You know, you
A
beat the
little
shit out
bit,
of
but nothing to
Demetrius,
fucking sneeze at.
right? It's
Nothing.
Nothing
cool,
to
but it's nothing. I'm like a guy like Golovkin. I would wager Golovkin is a stronger puncher than David Benavidez. I would wager that they're like, yeah, this guy
shot for
hits
shot, yes.
shot for
Shot for
shot. He
shot,
hits
yes.
harder than Benavidez. Yeah, I think so. I don't think Caleb could have won 12 rounds with Gennady Golovkin. No.
No.
12 with your ass though.
Yep.
I
And he was
gotta ask
beating
you
your
this
ass.
question, Jules. If George Groves was healthy and he was fighting at 68, Groves or Benavidez? I got Groves. Slumpy Benavidez.
I'll say
That's a
that.
good question.
Look. Being real, while I do think George would be a harder puncher than anybody David fought, George is, don't take the best punch, bro. Let's be real. Like he been knocked out, and I'm like, he was knocked out by guys that could crack, but I'm like, yeah, but I don't trust your
He
chin,
got
bro.
knocked out by Carl Froch. He got slumped by Carl Froch once. The first fight was a fucking horrible stoppage. Who else did he get knocked out by?
Callum Smith,
Cal-
bro.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, Callum Smith.
I'm
So
saying,
only
and
two big
Starches dudes, though.
I
Like-
know, but all right, so you saying that you trust George Groves' chin. You trust it.
against David Benavidez? Fuck yeah. He'll knock Benavidez the fuck out.
I know he hit
Froch would do
harder
that?
than anybody. I know he hit harder than anybody. I'll say that he has a better right hand and a stronger right hand than
All due
anybody
respect
David
to
fought.
Edward Gutenek. All due respect to Edward Gutenek. Look how he looks.
I'm not holding getting knocked out by Carl Froch and Caleb Smith against anybody.
I'm just saying.
Caleb Plant,
I
sure.
didn't
Caleb
hold.
Smith, no.
I didn't hold shit, bro. I'm just asking, do you trust his chin? I'm on the
Yes.
fence. I'm on the fence. Shout out to Domo. Question for y'all. Do you think the blowback of Benavidez getting stopped would be bigger than when Errol got stopped? It seems like the Mexican and general fan base is split. It's a big one. I'll tell you this, Domo. Shout out to Marcos Villegas and the good people at Fight Hub. The Mexican fans are not split. They just did a poll of 94,000, and over 60% of them have Canelo beating Benavidez. All this shit that we talking about is just it's an insulated fan base. The
Have you
majority of people don't feel
Chicano.
that Benavidez
Chicano.
is all that.
have you seen the cock smoking going on at Pro Box with Paulie and Chris Algieri? It's maddening.
Paulie didn't even say, like, Paulie usually breaks down a fight. I watched it. You didn't break down anything, bro. All you said was he would run him over. Yeah, that sounds good.
Malignaggi, bro, man.
I mean,
No, because you know he's supposed to have like a great boxing brain or
He's a
something
piece
like
of
that. But
shit,
I'm like, yo, one thing I'm gonna say, like, Paulie, you just don't like that Canelo's that dude, bro.
You
That's
don't.
the
Yeah,
vibe
he
I
doesn't
get.
like him.
Like,
He doesn't like him.
He's
No,
in the same
he's
group
not like him at
as
all.
Clarissa Shields, as
Jules, he's the same
Teddy,
guy who accused Manny Pacquiao of using PEDs and didn't have an ounce of evidence.
Teddy Atlas
Yeah.
too. Teddy Atlas hates.
Hello,
Oh,
let's
dude,
see.
I don't even pay attention to that guy
Teddy's
anymore.
another one that those. Tu no ves que esos
Juan
tipos,
Manuel Marquez.
they don't like winners,
Yep,
bro. Like
they don't.
Teddy, all you need is a stupid human interest. Like, yo, this dude was really comparing Joe Joyce to George Foreman, but you're gonna throw shots at Canelo while you comparing him to George Foreman because he beat Joseph Parker.
Yeah.
Come on,
Telling
B.
you, bro. They don't.
That's
I
Well,
don't.
I was watching the interview with Abel Sanchez today, and he was giving David Benavidez his credit. He was giving him credit.
Yeah.
He was giving him credit, but however, he did at the end roll it back and say, "But I still have Canelo beating this guy."
Pero tú no ves que esas son see what he wants to do is he wants to slob the other guy's knob, but he doesn't want to hang his reputation on it. Yeah, but I still have Canelo. You was
Got his
just
hand on the other slob.
They're
Who, Abel
backhanded
Sanchez?
compliments.
Yeah, Abel Sanchez.
Abel with Marcos Villegas?
Yeah.
I don't know,
No.
man. I watched that
Shout out,
recent
shout out to my man T-Roy. Javante KOs everyone in the gym, but fights nobody. Nobody knew Isaac before he lost the tank. Quite right. He's the king of hypothetical fights that don't happen. In hypothetical matches, he's 100-0. In hypothetical fights,
Emphasis on hype.
on hype, right? Shout out to Luis Puente. Viola Davis is B-Vol. Benavidez is Lizzo. There it is.
Neat.
Yeah, funny as hell, bro. Why you think of Viola Davis? Check this bullshit again.
Shit. It's a big Viola Davis channel, bro. You know that. Big Viola.
Big Viola, you're
You know
Jules,
Not
what
the little.
about Subriel calling Rolly the Mickey D's champ of the world?
No, porque de verdad, el boxeo, no, because like, yo, you got a bona fide killer, right? A guy who's made for television. In all seriousness, this dude is made for TV, and boxing is so twisted that a guy like Rolly gets more coverage than him, gets more
It's
press than
disgusting,
him.
bro.
Yo, that
It is the
reporter.
That's
nastiest
crazy.
shit in
Like,
the world. It is
That's
the
what.
nastiest shit in the world, boy.
That's
like
what I
that's
wanted to.
crazy. Like
That's
this dude is a legit killer. He's everything you want a fighter to be. He's mean. He's nasty. He wants to hurt you. He want to bite you. He want to fight you. And
okay. Look
Rolly
at
will get
Rolly.
more hits on YouTube
Nah,
than
but he
him.
killed somebody in the Nah, yo, bro, but Jules, real talk, the nigga killed somebody in the ring. So
You know
a
what
lot
I'm
of
about
people
to
gonna
I
be
do?
looked that
looking
up
at this
yesterday.
nigga like, hey, yo, we can't really sell this
Yo, look,
because
y'all know,
if shit
y'all know
get
I don't
real,
really do, y'all know I don't really do interviews, right? But one thing that I like to do is I like to help the fighters that's not getting talked about. And I have half a mind to set it up. They're like, yo, I'm gonna start promoting Subriel. I want him to catch another body.
Do
Fuck
it.
that shit.
Do it.
yeah,
Bro,
jeez.
Jules, I
Do
liked
it.
how you interviewed the Andre. I remember that.
Yeah, I
But
remember
Bro,
that
at
too.
the
but
end,
you know
bro, you're
what the
not
shit
biased
was?
on him.
Let me say this. The only reason that happened, there's interviews that people make, right? Like I didn't reach out to Navarrete, right? Sulem did that for me. She did that for me. I didn't reach out to Andre.
Oh,
Isan.
yo,
did
you did
that.
the Navarrete interview?
Bro, that shit is in the playlist. I've been to the interview with Navarrete.
Nah,
Some
I ain't seen it.
interviews, I'll put the link in the shit and I'll show you in the playlist. I've been interviewed Navarrete, but it was before the Oscar Valdez fight. I'm like, yo, some interviews I make, some interviews people do me a solid. I don't necessarily ask for them. This one, I want to make it because I'm like, yo, this is retarded, bro. Shakur and Teofimo arguing on Twitter is gonna get more press than Subriel calling all of y'all out. He'll call all of y'all out. Y'all act like y'all don't hear him. Y'all act like y'all don't hear him.
Like he's a ghost.
That man,
Y'all gotta
Matias is the
answer a
real.
question. Perfect question, guys. Sorry to cut you off. Yo, do you think Shakur Stevenson, if faced with Subriel, this is a hypothetical, which is a
Nah, he don't.
hypothetical,
No,
okay?
no, he don't have the. This make it cut it short. No, you don't have the style or the power for him. You don't have neither. You don't have the size. You don't have the style, and you don't have the power.
You think he gets
You
stopped? I
lose.
He's a
think he gets
5'9"
stopped.
killer, bro.
I think he
Matias a
gets
5'9"
killed.
Because
killer.
the shit is this, and this is what I said in the video I did, that we get so used to the big promotion that we forget the boxing. That like on the boxing, look, I think Shakur is great. I really do. But if the next fight that he were to have is Subriel, I'm sorry, he would lose that fight. You better wait
Subriel
for
will
him to
kill
get
this
old.
nigga.
You better
I
wait
can
for
see Shakur getting caught too.
like you gotta wait for him to get old or something, because just right now where the both of you are, yeah, you're a boy. He's a man, all right? He beat a motherfucker to death. That's not me exaggerating. He beat a motherfucker to
Nah.
death.
Matias
I think
is
a lot
the
of guys are
real
afraid of him.
boogeyman,
Yo,
Jules.
bro, he beat a
For
nigga so
real.
bad. Tim Bradley was crying, bro. He said, "Hey, yo, that's one of the worst nights of my life." Like that nigga is a beast, bro. Yo, bro, on Twitter, who's Mr. Yellow? Who's Yellow Claws? Because
I
that
don't know.
shit is hilarious, bro. When you had that nigga in Mr. Jafar shit.
Chris,
Oh,
it has to be T, man. It has to be Mr. T, man.
shout out to Luis Puente, who says, I would pay $1,000 to see Rolly versus Subriel. Now I'm gonna say this, that
That would
in
be
all
body number
seriousness,
2. What are you talking about?
in all seriousness, this is why the American boxing scene is a joke. Like this
Yeah.
is why, like y'all, it's really a killer. Like this is a real killer out here. He's a great fighter to watch. He knocked people out. You don't gotta beg him to throw punches. He gonna throw punches, and everything else gets attention. He don't get no attention.
No.
Everything else gets attention.
Because
All
he's
the
bad
dumb
news.
shit.
He's bad news for other guys. No, not many other guys are going to be calling him out. I think they're going to be afraid of him.
Right.
They're not gonna. Why you think they doing this sucker shit? Why you think Devin is talking about fighting Keith Thurman? Keith Thurman, bro, who want to see that?
Haney
Why
said
would you?
that shit.
Bill Haney was on the Boxing Voice last week talking about after this progress shit, they would be willing to fight Keith Thurman.
Thurman, bro.
They know
The
what they
gatekeeper.
doing, and I'm like, see, look, Devin, I like the fight. I like certain shit you did, but now come on, be like, come on, be
Come on
who
now.
you think
But
want to
even
see
Regis
you
doesn't.
fight?
Regis
Gonna
doesn't even
take.
call out Subriel.
He's gonna miss a whole
He's
step.
the only one who's calling him. He's the only one who's acknowledging that he exists. Is Regis? That's why I'm starting to hope. I'm starting to hope that he wins,
That'd be
because these other dudes is not going to fight Subriel.
yeah.
They're not. Like none of them.
No.
That would be a
Only
good
So
fight.
Regis is calling him out.
Regis against Subriel would be a good fight. I have to
it'd be a
say.
great fight. Shout out to Will. The crazy thing about Teddy comparing Joe Joyce to Foreman is that Teddy was in Michael Moore's corner on the night. George, yeah, he was. That was
Damn.
Michael Moore's trainer
That shit
when
was
that
hilarious,
happened.
bro. Shit was
But
hilarious.
yeah, but
Other
how
than
do
being
you?
slow at the time, what do they have in common?
That's what I'm like. Like, how do you turn beating Joseph Parker, the most polite heavyweight in today's heavyweight division? That makes you George Foreman? Really?
Yes, it does. Yes, it the fuck does, nigga.
How does Joe?
But he
How
keeps
does
Yo,
Joe
That
Parker like to talk? He's
yo,
like, I
that's
will
the
knock you
standard
out.
of
I will
heavyweights
knock
right
you
now.
out. Is that
yo,
Joe?
That's the
Jules.
shout out.
standard
No,
of
no.
heavyweights.
I go ahead, Rick Star.
Yeah, I just want to ask. So what do you think? Like Subriel's gonna be like frozen out? Like all these fucking fighters are just gonna like put him on the shelf and be like,
If
yo,
it's
you.
Yes.
yes,
Pretty
cut it
much.
short.
Pretty much. Yeah.
So
Long
that it's
story
like kind
short,
of what
Go
it's
ahead.
kind of what Terrence went through, right?
Yeah, like long story short, that's what I've been saying. Like they're not gonna fight him, and the only way that he'll get a meaningful fight, because what I see is not good. What I see is this dude might sit on the shelf for a while, and he'll have to go to welterweight, but there's nobody at welterweight. There's nobody there, bro. Like what's really there in terms of a big fight? Which is why I'm kind of like, I, nah, Spence is leaving. Like, it's over for all that shit from
Yeah.
before. That's why I'm like, yo, dog.
Also,
Like, it's looking bad, bro. Like,
Also, I don't think it's like Crawford because with the Crawford thing, one, he had Top Rank his promotional outfit, and two, there was the inbuilt generational rivalry with Errol Spence. What's there for Subriel? There's nothing. Just a bunch of guys
Yeah,
who are
that's
afraid to get in
true.
the ring with him because he's
Yeah,
gonna
I
beat
and
him.
think
Jason,
Bad.
there's
and
there's
as
a
long
Literally.
few.
and as long as they do this little JV shit where they'll argue with him, and act like he doesn't exist. Because Devin, boxing is a small world. He said some bullshit 2 weeks ago. Yeah, I don't know him. I never seen him fight. But you hyped to fight fucking Keith Thurman,
Keith
really?
Thurman.
Come on, like you don't know a champion at your own weight. Yeah, I don't believe you, dog. I don't believe you. Everybody know who that dude is, bro. Everybody know. And all you telling me with that is you don't want no parts of him.
Hmm.
You don't want no parts of him.
Like
If
there's
you
there's
like
two
your
options here. There's two options here. Either you're lying, in which case you're a liar, or you're telling the truth, in which case you're an unprofessional dork. So which is
No,
it?
yeah,
Jason, 1000% he's lying because any fighter that can say that has a body, a legitimate body on their fucking record, you come on, man.
yeah, like you don't have the energy for this guy that you had for George. You don't have it. And
Don't.
it's like people make boxing overcomplicated when it's not. One, you're a liar. You know who he is. We all do. We all know. Who Mike is that, man? We all know who this dude is. And all you telling me with that is, I'm not going to fight him. Don't look for me to fight him. I'm not fighting him. If I beat Regis, that shit is not happening. That's all I see. So I'm like, damn, now I really hope I don't have Regis winning the fight. That's the problem. I don't have him winning the fight with Devin, man. I
Not
think
even a
he's gonna lose
decision.
on. I would love to be wrong. I would love for Regis to knock him out because Regis will fight Subriel. But if he don't up
Hmm.
the tempo and put punches together, he's gonna lose, bro.
Yeah, Regis throws one punch at a
And take
time.
a
I ain't gonna do
clinch.
it with Devin.
Yo,
Take a
My
guys, I'm
clinch.
gonna
concern.
ask you a question. If Regis does beat Devin and he fights Subriel, who do you have winning, Regis or Subriel?
It
I got
has to
Subriel.
Subriel.
happen.
Chris, come on, man.
It has to happen. I'll say this. It has to happen this year. Any later than this year, Regis loses. I mean, not this year. It has to happen in the next, I'll say, 6 months. That's what I mean. It can't be a year from now. Regis is in his mid-30s, bro. And that weight is not easy for him to make. So if
Hmm.
you knock out Devin, you got to do that Subriel fight quick. Because you're in your mid-30s. That dude, I think, is in his late 20s or something. He
No,
got
he's
time,
31.
bro.
He's like
Subriel 31.
Early
31?
30s,
Jeez.
early 30s. All right. Now, shout out to Sancho. We don't even know the cruiserweight over here like that. Must be talking about Zerto. Undefeated said, I need that Connor Benn versus Chancla in it, man. That's not going to happen, bro. That's not going to happen. Don Chow says, Floyd's prospect, the albino Dubai Roach, is the next David.
Jesus Christ.
Overrated, overhyped, will beat on bums and think he's the face of boxing.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Like we kind of already there. He
Keep
already
protecting
calling
him.
out Lee Wood. Shout out to Divine Valley. They say Morrell doesn't deserve a Benavidez fight, but when Canelo beats him, watch them. Yeah, exactly.
Only that's
Yo,
him.
yo, you can't make it up that the same people that are saying he doesn't deserve David
The
think he
cycle.
deserves Canelo. They do though. They already saying that. Yeah, Canelo ducking David Morrell. Yo,
You
like
already saying it? You already
they
starting it?
already saying that. Like they already
The
saying that.
the only
So he
person
doesn't.
ducking David Morrell is Benavidez.
Basic,
Yeah.
basic.
So after
That's
Morrell, who we got? Just Bivol now go up to light heavyweight.
Nah, I would say that the next guy at super middleweight that is tabbed to be a guy outside of David and David is Mabili. Mabili is M- Mabili and Pacheco is the Umbele. Those is the
Pacheco.
next. Those is the
Pacheco,
next
yeah.
two dudes. Like Pacheco is is a bad motherfucker, man. Like
Yeah.
motherfucker.
He has a
And
chin.
Mabili
Yo, bro, no, this is a new sound. Umbrella.
Umberle. That's my new shit, yo.
Yeah.
Umberle, whenever he fight, that's what we doing. His next
That's a
fight,
fact.
his
That's
next
a
fight is
fact.
on the undercard of Better Beef versus Smith. For those that don't know, that's when his next fight is. He's on that
Oh
undercard.
damn.
Now
Yo,
I'm gonna
This
that's a
year?
smoke a
tough fight for
cigarette.
Better Beef, but I think Better Beef is gonna find a way, beat him up, and we gonna get undisputed, man.
Now I'm gonna smoke a cigarette and y'all sing songs of glory.
Okay,
Hallelujah.
these dudes so shysty in your face. 1 minute they like your mans and talk shit crazy, but to the next nigga. Then in reality, they forget the bad nights they lose. Because you know it's funny? Shakur's right. Teofimo's talking all this gangster shit, right? Yo, did y'all not see the post-fight interview of how Teofimo's face looked like fucking shredded up fucking Philly cheesesteak?
Combosas.
And this and niggas talking all this gangster shit about Shakur. He's a 3-weight world champion, bro. Come
Okay,
on now.
okay. Hang on now. Teofimo is the exact sort of person Shakur would have the boring ass fight with. Somebody who hits slightly hard. Like, I don't want to hear it from Shakur. This is why I'm off the train with Shakur. Anyone I want to see you fight, you would have a boring ass fight with. So now I don't want to see you fight. So why would I bother following you? You're either going to bore me or beat up guys I don't care about. Whoop
Do you
do.
think he would have done better against Frank Martin?
Maybe because Frank Martin doesn't punch as hard as
Yeah, like
But they
I'd
both
say he
but that
stops
run.
Frank
Is what
and
I'm
if he
saying.
and,
They both
and
fucking
let's say he
run.
goes in there and dominates George Kambosos, that just shows us that you are scared of punchers that hit hard because George Kambosos doesn't punch that hard. So you can do that against the sushi guy and Kambosos, but once you got in there with a puncher, you're tentative. You don't wanna fight back.
Yeah, it's just I don't like runners, man. To see him fight, it's just
shout out to the chat real quick. Shakur safety for Stevenson. That's what it is. And you know what? Fine. You'll make some money doing that, I guess, because you have a fan base in where is it, Jersey? But
Yeah, I got to agree with you on that. I was high on Shakur for a while, and after that fight, after I saw what tough competition looks like, I don't want to watch that again, and I really don't want to see it.
Can I ask you guys a question? Let's say the Davis fight happens and the fight ends up looking the same as what the Los Santos fight did. Would y'all be surprised if they rob Shakur? Because man, like honestly, I
no,
don't
because
think
I don't
they're
think they
gonna
would.
give
Because
him that fight.
Here's the thing. I'm not sure it would be a robbery even then, because they'll look at it as like, well, what's there to choose from?
True.
So they'll just give it to the guy who has.
Incentive.
Yeah, they'll give it to the guy who they think, at least in their mind, is a bigger star.
Yeah,
which is
I
Tank
agree.
Davis.
no,
Tank
it's
Davis.
not. It's
No,
gonna be
no, no,
Tank.
no.
It's not gonna be
Shakur
Tank
has
no more.
Shakur has youth, man. He got youth, so they're gonna fucking give it to him. Business talk, money talks, business. You know that's the way it is. Money talks, bullshit walks, and he said it, man.
Well,
Tank is a bigger star than Shakur,
I
bro.
would agree with you also, but now that I think of it, I saw Mayweather in there with Shakur and the three top dogs in there of the LBC community, and I'm thinking to myself, they're going to invest a lot more into Shakur now, despite this horrible fight he had. They're gonna throw a lot more money at him and throw a lot more decisions going his way.
My
The
God,
LBC
so those three guys standing there.
We'll see, because he's supposed to be a free agent. He's supposed to be a free agent next year. And what Rick said is true, that, or at least I think it's true, that when it's time to renew the contract, Top Rank may lower the minimum unless he shells out a really good performance. They may renegotiate, because you can't be paying a guy $3 million a fight, and then that's what happens. You know what I mean? Like, nah, fam, it costs us a lot of bread to get you out there. We got to get something in return at least. We don't want the fans leaving upset. So if Top Rank try to renegotiate and they don't want to give him that $3 million, does he stay? If the contract minimum is lower, does he stay?
Who else is going to give him? Who else is going to give him the money
out
though?
there.
Think about it. Who else is going to give him $3 million? Like what? Matchroom, maybe.
Eddie
I don't
will
even.
give that
I
to
don't
him.
even. I don't even know. I don't think he would, bro.
I think PBC will work some kind of deal where they'll
No,
claim to do
PBC's
it.
not going to give him that
but
much money. There's no more money to give.
Hang on, well, let me finish. They're going to make some deal where they're going to, on paper, it's going to be like, oh, you're going to make a lot of money. But when it comes time to actually sign the checks, they'll have this excuse, that clause, this whatever, that whatever. And he'll end up being like, why'd I do this? Because you're a goddamn idiot. That's why.
Base, I would not pick Hitchens to win that fight, bro. I would not pick Hitchens to win that fight. I'm sorry. I would not. Didn't he? Who did he just fight? He just fought. Who did he just fight?
Jose Zepeda.
Yeah, I'm not picking Hitchens.
Nah, bro. I can hold you. I fucking Richardson Hitchens, and I'm Haitian, so I might have to set this Matias nigga up, bro. Might that nigga with a chair.
There's people that I think Hitchens could beat because he's a pure boxer. He has a lot of height, a lot of length, and a lot of speed. He don't have a lot of power though. He has the style to give guys problems, but not that guy. No.
Yeah, so you say he has the length, but not the girth.
Not the girth. He doesn't have the girth. Oh, the veininess. Doesn't have the veins, bro. But on some real shit, it's hard to imagine a dude. Remember, this dude was getting lit up this past Saturday, bro. That Ergashev dude was lighting he was hitting him with all type of shit.
Yeah, we were talking about that shit in the gym today. That was fucking and the way he just calmly collected himself and said, "Oh, is that all you've got? Okay, well let me work now." And that was so impressive.
Didn't have a scratch on him.
And
Aladdin had to roll up that carpet, man. That was dumb. Holy fuck.
Yeah, like he wobbled him in the first round and sent him 3 feet back. I was like, yo, it looked like Subriel about to get knocked out, and nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
That was him stumbling out of bed. That was him waking up. Like, oh, the fight started.
Not
Honestly,
Subriel.
Yeah, it looked like a fucking movie. It looked like
a murder game, bro.
What's that movie with Brad Pitt where he gets fucked up and he gets knocked down? Then he gets like, oh, is that all you got? And then he
Snatch.
Snatch.
Yeah,
That's exactly what that shit was.
That was a snatch right there.
That's why I'm like, yo, I mean, like, if Hitchens, I'll give him this. A lot of people are not in a hurry to fight Hitchens anyway, so I'm open to the fight. Like, of course I would watch it, but he'll get his ass whooped. Like, yeah, you'll get fucked up, bro. You'll get fucked up. I mean, like, let's just call a spade a spade. But it's like that's his best bet to get a title shot because Subriel just fought. Nobody else is in a hurry to fight him. Nobody's in a hurry to fight Richardson Hitchens. So it's like, yeah, I mean, there's a precedence to do it. If Matchroom makes Subriel an offer, better take it. Ain't nobody else making you offers and shit.
Yeah, that's a good move.
You think Subriel might move up pretty soon if there's no action going on at 140?
If he stays, I'll say I think if he decides or his promotion decides that they're gonna stay at the PBC and they're not gonna leave, then he'll move up. Because they're not gonna get him any fights at 140. They're not gonna get him Rolly. I mean, come on, like you think they'd put Rolly in the ring with this? Like, nah, man.
Hey, what's Rolly's next fight? Isn't he supposed to fight?
Rolly in harm's way though. Like, why do we not want to put Rolly in harm's way? That's not fair.
I didn't say I don't want to. I said they don't want to. They're not gonna put him in there with this dude. Like, bro, I want him to go. I want him to go to the morgue. I want him to be there with him. I want him to go.
We need to slaughter.
All of us do.
Yo, Jules, look at my Abby, bro. Look at.
Let me see. Hold up.
Ronaldo.
Who's your Abby?
Y'all out here calling for people to get toe tagged. That ain't right.
Yeah,
oh my god.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but realistically though, my forecast, if he doesn't leave and he stays at the PBC, they're gonna shelf him for a while, and then the next time you see him, they did that to Leo Santa Cruz. They're doing that with Rolly right now. They'll say he's injured, he can't fight, and he'll sit out for like either a couple of months or a year, and then the next time you see him, it'll be at 147. That's if he stays. Now, if Matchroom decides, look, we got Richardson Hitchens, we want to get him a title shot. Maybe we could work it out to where we got options on Matias if he wins.
Wait,
we'll make you an offer.
The WBA, is that what he has?
IBF.
And they pull that shit too. It's like a WBC shit. They let that happen.
I mean,
Not a
the way
champion
that
in
the way
business.
the way they've been operating, I could see, yeah, like they not on their shit that they used to be on, bro. They used to be sticklers for the rules, not anymore. So
That's fucked. That is so fucked.
I'm saying that's his best bet. That if Hitchison Richards wants to fight you, he wants a title shot. If he does, and you know, Subriel Matias is not a guy you got to pay him a fuck ton of money. Like, listen, you know, you ain't got to pay him but so much to get him to cross over. The PBC don't have nothing for him, no big fights, so they'd be stupid not to take it if
What-
Matchroom offers it.
What's that budget looking like with Prime?
Well, my understanding, based on the rumor that I heard, was they'll do some. I get the impression they're not going to get 80 or 90 million dollars. I get the impression it's like, 50, 60, maybe less, because the majority of what they want to do are pay-per-views. The majority of what they want to do. So you figure maybe there are 3 non-pay-per-view fights, maybe 3.
So there's no lesson to be learned here. No
No.
lesson learned. Just there's the same old fucking conning bullshit.
That's why I don't know what people. I don't really know what there is to celebrate there. Like, I see people celebrating that they're going to Amazon, but I'm like, I don't understand how you getting charged 7 times a year for pay-per-views. How is that cause for celebration? Unless you don't buy any of that shit anyway. You steal all of it. Then, you're on Amazon.
Fire stick things.
That's what I'm saying. Like how is that a good thing? Like, I buy shit. So I'm like, well, I'm not going to celebrate that y'all charging 7 times a year for pay-per-views, because that's just 7 with y'all. That's not counting whatever Top Rank do. That's not counting whatever Matchroom do and other random shit like the shit in December. It's like, yo, dog, you looking at maybe 10, 12 pay-per-views in a year. That's a lot, bro. That's a lot, bro. Shit.
Yeah, you know what it is, Jules? It could be that they're just stealing shit, but it also could be something way more childish and worse than that. It'd be like back in the day, you were either WWF or WCW. Like, they just follow PBC and nothing but PBC. So that's why they're probably shit talking Matchroom, shit talking Top Rank. They don't watch that shit and think you're a loser.
Yeah, but that's like that's such a minority group, though. No pun intended. That's a small group of people that are like really for the PBC no matter what. You've got to be a fucking idiot to in this time.
Yeah, and they pirate their shit anyway when it comes to pay-per-view fights. Anyway,
yeah, and it's a very vocal minority. They're very vocal, but when you go over to Fight Hub right now, which has hundreds of thousands of subscribers, you can look at the poll they put up, and it's the exact opposite of what you see on boxing Twitter. Only 30% of people think Benavidez wins that fight. Only 30% of people that voted. The other 66 have Canelo winning the fight. That's another example that, however vocal these guys like to be, however many alternative Twitter accounts they might have, it's really not a lot of you motherfuckers.
I don't know if you guys remember, but Austin Trout had better numbers to beat Canelo.
Yeah. Because he was coming off the win over Cotto. Because he was coming off of beating Cotto.
Yeah, and that win, that's a real guy. You guys, Demetrius Andrade is not he's not a Cotto caliber fighter. What the fuck are we celebrating?
Yeah, he was a prospect.
Whose dick are we sucking here? Like, why are they having this belief that he just came off this impressive win, off this feared, and what I heard from one of the guys on YouTube, a feared fighter that everyone's ducking. And I go, who? Who has ducked this man?
He turned out to be a bum, bro. The first time that he moved up in competition and he's facing adversity, this dude just quit, bro.
Yeah.
People are making
the first time he faced a guy who ever held a world title.
Fellas, you got to do me a favor. If you hear somebody is talking, don't come up in the middle of the sentence. Let them finish the sentence. Now, go ahead. You were saying he stepped up. He's a bum. Whoever was saying that, continue. I was liking how that sounds.
He stepped up. He's a bum, and like, bro, like, okay, like, yeah, people are making too much of this win. Like, that is a good win, and that's what you're supposed to do to bums. Because so I'm giving Benavidez credit for this win. And look, if Canelo doesn't fight you in May,
whoever the fuck is at the library at the McDonald's, mute yourself, please, because I can hear the echo.
Yeah, so I was saying, like, I'm just kind of saying some advice here. Sorry. You can go, bro.
No, he's
I'll
just
say,
saying.
no.
Be good.
I'll say that that's not what happens to an elite fighter when he steps up. I'm sorry, but it's not. That's not what
Not
happens.
at all.
No,
Jacobs
it's
proved
funny.
one at a time, fellas. Jacobs proved that he was elite because even though he lost, he gave Golovkin a run for his money, better than anybody else at the time. He didn't get
Mhm.
fucking destroyed. He didn't quit in his corner. No, he fought the motherfucker to the end. You know what I mean? Whereas Demetrius, bro, you literally quit. Let's be real. Like, yeah, you quit.
Mhm.
He said stop
And he
the
didn't
fight,
have
bro.
no,
He said stop the
He
fight.
said
Then
no
his man said
mas.
stop the
and he didn't
And
have no
worse than that,
injury
though,
on
it's not
him.
just that he's a bum. And not just the first time he stepped in competition. The first time he
Mhm.
fought anyone who ever in their career held a world title.
Yep.
That's
he barely
who
did
he
better.
stepped.
And
Yeah.
and also, didn't Canelo get a lot of shit when he fought Yavni Yildirim and he quit on his stool? He got a lot of shit for that.
Yep.
I mean, it's more like Canelo can literally fight unbeaten champions, beat them,
Right.
make it look easy. But y'all
Right.
want us to feel sorry for this dude that's older than Canelo
And
and ain't fought shit.
To
that
the,
Like,
The first
let's
time
look
he
he
at
looked
it.
he looked
does.
The
he looked
Callum Smith
he looks
win.
better than
Like, if you look at Canelo, Canelo's not supposed to be Callum Smith. He made that shit look easy.
that's the thing. I was gonna say that Canelo makes all the fights look easy. Everyone hates it. Everyone fucking hates that shit.
Now,
he did.
now I find myself wondering if Demetrius could, and I'm not joking. I'm not saying it for dramatic effect. I'm serious that now I don't think Demetrius could have beat the Callum Smith that he fought.
Demetrius looked better. Demetrius barely looked better
Nah.
than David Lemieux when Benitez beat him. I mean, David Lemieux
Mm.
did
Now
just
I don't
slightly
even know.
worse.
I don't even know if he would have beat Billy Joe now.
I mean, I already
I don't
didn't
think
think
so.
I already didn't think that he would have beat the Kovalev that Canelo fought. I don't know. I never thought that Demetrius would beat the Kovalev that Canelo fought
Oh,
because the
bro, Kovalev would have parked him. The
No, that's what I'm
fuck?
saying. With that jab that Kovalev had, because Kovalev wasn't some dumb brawler. He could box. So I'm like, yo, I don't really know that Demetrius would have
Kovalev
beat that
popped the
guy.
body in the ring again. He killed somebody. Remember, he got
Right,
robbed
right,
against Andre Ward. He
right,
can
right. So
fight.
Mm.
right. So I'm like, I already didn't really think you would beat the Kovalev that he fought, but now I'm like, I don't really think you would beat Callum either, because that's not what happens to an elite fighter when he steps up. It's just
Correct.
it's not, bro. It's not. You don't
I
go out
mean,
like that. You don't.
Andrade didn't think he could beat Jermel Charlo. He ducked the man.
Or
So what are we
Darianchenko
doing here?
or Parker.
How many? And because these people, if I say that, well, he ducked Korobov, they don't even know who Korobov is. Yo, listen. Watch out! I'm about to spank my son.
Uh-oh.
Tell his ass to go in the room. Now, anyway, like I said, they don't know who Korobov is, and they don't remember that. In his prime, who Mike is that? They don't remember that in his prime, he was an avoided guy. Like he was avoided years ago. It's like, yeah,
Matt
Demetrius is one
Korobov
of
should have been WBC middleweight champion
Dick.
after the fucking Jamal Charlo fight. That shit
Demetrius
was bad.
Andrade avoided him. Demetrius Andrade avoided him. Peter Quillen avoided him. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yep.
like, yo,
Yo,
that's a real avoided fighter. Not
yeah.
this guy.
Demetrius
Yeah.
couldn't even beat Silly Joe. I believe it. He couldn't.
Now I think
Surprised
Demetrius
me.
would have beat Billy Joe at that time. I think he would have beat him.
No, bro.
Maybe, bro. I don't even know. Because it's like, once again, that's just not what happens when you're pushed. And what I saw is, well, the real reason you unraveling is because you never had to go to the well with anybody. You never really was in that knockdown, drag out kind of brawl where you gotta pull it out the mud to win.
Yeah.
Like, nah, he was never really in one of those.
Yeah, Luke Keller wasn't going to give him that. Quigley wasn't
Right,
gonna give him that.
like Jason Quigley, Walter Countundokwa. Who are these people, bro?
Arkov. I mean, come on, man.
Magic
Artur,
Quigley.
Who are you to doubt the mighty Jason Quigley? Like, come on now.
I mean,
Hey,
he went
Mad
life
Jack
and death with
Pilecki?
Liam Williams, man. I mean,
You
Liam
never
Williams
heard
gave
of
up.
Magic Pilecki?
Yo,
You know what I'm saying?
that-
When you look at the names of the people he fought, it's like, yo, this shit is crazy. Like, this is what you've been doing for
That's the
5
thing.
years, bro.
That's the thing,
But
Joe.
listen
And
for
what?
context though. Walter was because Billy Joe Saunders shit the bed.
I'm not knocking that, but the shit is that when you look at what other people were doing who were at those same weights, Jacobs, outside of the Golovkin shit, he did fight people. He fought Quillen. He fought Mora 2 times. He fought
Pirog.
Eddie Yanchenko. He fought
Yes.
people.
Dimitri
So
Pirog,
Golovkin.
Canelo. Yeah.
He fought
when you look
Golovkin,
at
man. He
Pressure
gave him that good a
Marcelo.
fight.
when you think about what the
Danny
other
Jacobs. Danny
when you think
Jacobs pressed Jamal Charlo, and Charlo did nothing.
so when you see that, okay, other people were fighting people. We know that Canelo was fighting people, and we know that Jacobs was fighting people, and even Golovkin, he was fighting people. It's like, dog, I don't really want to hear this shit about. I'm like, nah, you couldn't have been at these weights this long, and there was nobody good for you to fight. And then you see that, well, you didn't want to fight Lara, and you didn't want to fight Jacobs because he's
Korobov.
your brother. Like,
Yeah.
bro, what's this? Jacobs is my brother shit. What the fuck is that?
I
Like, what are
mean,
you talking
Jacobs
about, bro?
That's the thing.
Jacobs had no objection to fighting his brother in camp. He fought Derevchenko, and they were
Yes.
together.
They had
in
the
camp.
same trainer. They
together.
literally had the same trainer
And
in
I don't
Andre
know
sparring
why
partners.
that's,
Rozier.
I don't know
They were
why that's
sparring
an
partners as
issue.
well, right?
Look. Shakur Stevens fought Jamal Herring. I mean, come on, they're all the same kind of like.
That's just
Jamal
an
Herring was
excuse, bro.
with Bomac.
Exactly.
It's
That's
just
just that. A lot of that shit. Just be real. A lot of that shit is an excuse. Like, I'm gonna say something I don't normally say, bro. And what I don't normally say is Demetrius was only obsessed with Canelo because he didn't have fans, and you trying to get that Mexican money. The Americans don't give a fuck about you. I don't care what. Let me finish. I don't care. Let me finish. I don't care how many of them, how many Twitter accounts they have. Nobody in this country gives a fuck about you, bro. Nobody. You're not nice. You was never nice. You've been living off amateur shit all these years. Really, like the whole hullabaloo about Demetrius was that he was an Olympian, but in the pros, you did. Look, I'm about to kick people out with these fucked up ass
Go
mics.
fix that shit.
Yeah.
All right, whoever got the fucked up, as soon as I find out who has it, yeah, I'm kicking you the fuck out. I'm tired of these sound problems. It's simple, bro. If Canelo wasn't worth no money, you wouldn't even want to fight him. Shout out to Leo because he's the one who brought that to my attention. That let's say Canelo had the same resume that he has and the same ability that he has. If he wasn't worth no money, you think this motherfucker would want to fight him? Hell no, he'd be avoiding him like he avoids everybody else.
Now, I got a
Two
question
things,
now.
real
Who
quick.
does
The
Morel?
man was
I mean,
the man is a
who does
fucking.
Oh, one at
Andrade
a time.
fight
One
now?
at a time.
Who does Andrade fight now? Where does he go? Does he fight?
Who gives
Who
a
David
fuck?
Morel?
cares?
David Morel
Who
now?
cares?
Who?
He probably
I
gets
wouldn't
better.
even ask
cares?
that.
Who?
Jamal.
Yeah,
Who-
dude.
Who are you talking
Yeah,
about?
Jamal.
No,
Him and
It
Jamal
goes
would be.
back
No,
to my point.
wait,
In
wait, wait, wait,
in
wait, wait,
10 years,
no, wait,
what?
one at a time, fellas. There's too many people talking now. I'm gonna say this: if you fought Jamal now, I swear to God, I wouldn't watch that shit. You know why, Jamal? You turned this fight down when y'all was both champions.
Yeah.
Y'all two some
For $7
dickheads.
million.
That's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
that's but yo, T, ain't that some dickhead shit? Caleb,
Right
Caleb,
now,
but hear me out. Caleb and David could have fought when they had belts. No,
oh yeah.
let's wait to do it when neither of us have belts. Charlo could have fought Demetrius when they both had belts. Nah, let's wait till we both look like shit, get our ass kicked, and then we'll fight on
And
pay per
somebody,
view.
Fight on
somebody
catch weight.
Jules,
somebody
For
made
Eddie
1/4.
Hearn was willing to pay all those guys $7 million each to just bring the fight over to the zone.
Like, yo, I wouldn't even watch. Yo, on God, I might protest that shit. Cause
Yeah.
like, yo, this is some real
Well,
dickhead
can I
shit.
say
Somebody
something?
made a
Can
somebody
I
made
say
a
Two things
point
about
about
Andrade.
Go ahead,
real quick.
Caesar.
Andrade.
Go ahead,
About
Caesar.
All right.
somebody.
So we know all of this, right? We know the details behind Andrade's career and all of that. So why does a fucking professional reporter ask Benavidez, "You finally fought someone and beat someone that nobody wanted to fight"? Why would they say that? Like if
Because they
they
want
don't
him to
know,
be a
but
thing,
how the
bro.
fuck do
All
we
right,
know?
let me answer the
Because they're
question.
shells.
You took
I'm
the words
speaking
out.
for
You took
all
the
the
words out of
reporters
my
and
mouth.
interviewers. I'm speaking for all reporters in boxing, bro.
The real reason that they not gonna say that is because they don't want to lose access. If they tell David, yo, you've been at super middleweight for like over a decade or some crazy shit, or like a decade. You just now getting around to fighting people, bro. The amount of time that David has been at super middleweight is honestly crazy, bro. A lot of shit has happened. Listen, he first became champion in 2017. That was what? How many years ago was that,
That
Drew?
was
6?
6.
Oh
Yeah,
my
Bruh,
wow.
God, 6. Yep.
you became a champion 6 years ago and you still there?
And we know
What's
why he's not going there. to
So it's
175. I
basically
mean,
clout.
we know why.
It's all clout what they're saying and
Now think
hyping
about
the
the
fucking
last
guy
6
up.
years of boxing, Caesar. Think about the last 6 years of boxing. In the last 6 years of boxing, Andre Ward has fought Sergey Kovalev not once but twice and retired. Terrence Crawford has become an undisputed champion 2
2
times.
times.
Usyk became undisputed and moved to heavyweight and became unified.
Mm.
And Nui went from one weight to the other weight, about to go to the other weight to become undisputed. It's like, yo, think about
Katie
the
Taylor
last 6
became
years
yeah. Katie Taylor
at
fought
2
the same
weights.
night.
Loma won three weight
And that
classes.
goes back to my
Jeez.
point. I'm not gonna suck David's dick for fighting a guy that was a
bum.
hype job bum in the first place.
It's starting to look like Wilder resume. It's starting to look. It's starting to look like Wilder resume in the sense that remember when he fought Luis Ortiz, that it was like, oh yeah, it's a good, and it was a good fight. It's not that it wasn't. It's that, bro, you debuted in 2008.
Yeah.
You
From the
debuted in
Klitschko era.
2008.
The Klitschko era.
I'm not going
I
to
was
give
in
you
the
all this
6th
credit
grade.
for fighting
Holy
a
shit.
guy. I'm not going to give you credit for fighting a guy who was scared to get in the ring with Ryota Murata. Like, fuck
Yo,
you.
that's what I'm
Keep
saying.
it real,
It's
yo.
like,
Talk about it.
that's what I'm saying. That like, if you debuted in 2008, I give a fighter, or I would give a fighter, between 3 and 6 years, but really 3 if they're an Olympian, because you expect the Olympians to move a little faster because of the amateur background. Wilder, you didn't fight nobody really, not really, from 2008 to when was it? 2017, 2018?
17.
Like, man,
17.
10 years,
that's
dude.
crazy. That's crazy, bro.
And you know what's even I brought this up this year because they all debuted in 2013. AJ, Tank Davis, and David. And look at David and Tank's resumes, the same shit. Compare that to AJ's. It's
Yep.
fucking
Yeah.
it's all hype, bro. None of them dudes have been in a 50-50 fight.
Not one.
And now
Shout out
Andre's.
to
I'm sorry.
Shout out to Manny. Saludos. Subriel should sign with Miguel Cotto. I agree. And then Miguel could funnel him over to Golden Boy, where he seems to funnel a lot of his fighters. That's actually not a bad idea. Shout out to Tim Sheehy. Haney's dropping all his belts as expected. Yeah, like, this is what I'm saying, that if you watch this channel, I told you he's going to do that. He's not coming back to 135. It's a wrap for that. It was always a wrap for that. He was never going to fight Shakur. You can say what you want about Shakur. You can say that he stunk out the joint. But if you actually believe that Devin was going to fight him, yo, you got to be retarded. And whoever's in a filing cabinet, mute yourself. I don't want to hear you type your book report. The fuck?
We listen, like you said, we listen to this channel because they give it to us straight and long, because that's the only way
hard.
you know how to give it to us.
And veiny.
My nigga, my nigga, stop, please.
No, but I'm saying, no, but I said, look. I said, and it's not a knock on him. It's not a knock on him because we knew he outgrew the weight in the Kambosos fights. We knew. And I said that, look, after the Lomachenko fight, Devin is done at 135, bro. Like, can of bullshit. It's a wrap for that. He not going to come back there, win or lose against Loma. Whoever's typing the book report, I'm telling you, who the fuck is that? Win or lose, he's going to move up. So why is so many people believing that he was going to fight Shakur? That's my kids getting cursed out in the background.
Fucking silly. They're fucking retarded. That's why.
Because
They're
they
dumb.
listen.
They have no sense of fucking direction in their minds. They can't formulate a
Chris,
fucking
is that you? Chris, is that
rational
you in the filing cabinet? Because I can hear the papers moving.
It is.
Well, I'm not doing none of that, B. I'm not doing none of
You're the paralegal, so you would be.
Take the fucking bar exam. Take the fucking bar exam on your own time. Go over here, reading jurisdictional laws and shit during the live.
You trying to be
I
the
can hear the
fucking?
No, that's not me. That's
yes,
not
it is.
me,
You trying
bro.
to be the Haitian Harvey Specter in Suits? I see it.
No, that's hilarious. That's
Motherfuckers
hilarious.
over here
That's
taking
funny
a
as
bar
shit.
exam during the live.
Nah, bro, but objectively speaking, Jules, we all knew Devin Haney wasn't going back down to lightweight. But there
Exactly.
was fucking dickheads that just, yo, it was Shakur's fault. Shakur should have never went to that club and say, yo, come fight me at 35, knowing that damn well one of his fucking dudes that he grew up with knows that he can't make the weight. Shakur was on some predatory, corny shit, and now he flipped it on him. We all know that was a bullshit, bogus offer, but we know the fucking fans are retarded. So at the end of the day, Shakur brought that shit upon himself.
Not
Let's
really.
really keep.
Not really. The way it is now, all you have to do is like, look, Devin is the propagator of this falsehood because he's the one who tries to convince people that he was serious when it's like, bro, DHP Promotions doesn't have a broadcast partner. Just because these fucking morons don't know how anything works, I do. You can have a little promoter's license. Unless you have money behind it, it ain't worth shit. You say, oh, I sent Devin an offer. Oh, with whose money? Because it wasn't Bob's. So with whose money?
It
Well, I
was
sent him
25% of what?
exact 25% of what? Dick hair, nose hair, or ass hair? Because it wasn't money. What
All
we
the above.
know
Hey, yo, that's crazy as fuck. Dick hair, ass hair, nose hair is
because
wild.
it's not
That's
Yo.
wicked.
complicated. It's not
We couldn't afford
complicated.
hair in the head.
Chris, you could run out and get a promoter's license right now. But unless you have the money to do
Unless I
shows,
got the expendable capital to
So what?
fund
Keep it 100
the funny
promotions.
shows,
that's
pay.
what I'm saying.
What would be
Anybody,
my
look,
promotion company name?
anybody could
Keep
run
it a
out.
buck promotion.
Anybody could
My
run out
bad.
right now and get a promoter's license. It's not like it's not difficult, dog. Anybody could do that. But you need broadcast. Like we're not talking about small hall promoters and you know like we ain't talking and even Marv Nation actually has money because they sell drugs or they launder drug money. That's another story. But they got money to do shows throughout the calendar year. They have the capital. So really anybody can run out and get a promoter's license. What you're describing, an offer that was worth more than his last 3 fights. What does he get paid? $3 million a fight. 3 times 3 is 9, right? Is my math right? So you
Yep.
offered him in excess of 9 million, which represented 25% of the pot. That then means the other 75% was 24 million. You expect me to believe that somebody was going to put up $32 million for y'all two? Really? Like really? Who? Because it wasn't Bob. Who? None of this is complicated. The dude is lying. The reason he's lying is because he doesn't want to seem like he's ducking. That's all it is. It's not even that bad. It's not that big a deal. But you made it a big deal because you're fucking lying and people believe you. Yeah, you got over $9 million for Shakur. Where'd you get it from?
Shout out to organized crime, by the way, keeping boxing going.
Shout out to
Talk that
organized
shit,
crime.
man. Yo, just like you know, Devin Haney's pops was a degenerate drug dealer, so he may have the bread on the back burner.
Yeah, but
You
he's
know,
a small time dude. He wasn't like a cartel type dude. Shout out to the good people in Mob Nation. Launder that.
shout out to the Juarez niggas. Shout out to my Culiacan niggas. Shout out to my
For
Mexican
real.
niggas.
For
Fact.
real.
Shout
You
out
know
to
what I'm saying?
Yakuza.
But because when you see a small
Nah,
and
don't
it's
shout
not
them niggas out. Them niggas are savages.
we talk about it all the time that boxing is the wild wild west of business models in the sense that if you had a lot of money that you needed to launder very quickly, boxing is for you. Boxing
Yeah.
is for us. For us. Got some drug money you need to clean it? Boxing, right? Boxing. Cook your own books easy in boxing, bro. It's easy.
You got
You know
some
what I'm
human
saying?
trafficking money? Boxing. That's
Some
fucked
Epstein
up.
Island money? Boxing.
That's fucked up.
Bloodshot money, boxing.
You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to
It's like-
corruption. Shout out
Shout
to
out to
corruption.
corruption, man. Shout out to the drug game. But yeah, it's like I never
Shout
believed.
out to the drug game. This
And the
nigga's
other shit
crazy.
is that I wouldn't have held it against him if he just said that, look, I can't make this weight no more. If Devin would have just said, look, I'll fight Shakur another time, but I can't make this weight no more, I would have accepted that. Like, yeah, I understand, bro. This dude be looking like Skeletor
We
at
all
them
would.
weigh-ins.
We all would. But his fucking ego got in the way. We all would have accepted that. But he wanted to be a dickhead.
For real. Like, yo, like, so it is what it is. People want to believe him because it's easy to pick on Shakur right now, which I don't even like that. Like, yeah, I know he looked like shit in his last fight, but y'all still talking about everything but fighting him. Y'all got time to talk about all type of shit but fighting him. George, you could have fought him. You had the chance. Talking all this extra shit won't fight him. I will admit, I do want to see Vasil Lomachenko beat the shit out of him. I do think Vasil Lomachenko can stop him. And I'm gonna watch that, but still, you duck Shakur, bro. Just call it what it is. You duck Shakur. You could have fought him. You didn't have to fight Maxie Hughes, bro. You could have fought Shakur. And even worse, you got a gift over Maxie Hughes. You didn't even really beat him. I can't wait to see
Man, why you remind me of that? They did Maxie so dirty. And after Maxie turned his career around, like that was
bullshit.
I would say that it's a statement if Vasil Lomachenko stops him, because Teofimo didn't stop him, obviously. Devin didn't stop him. So I think Loma will stop him, but it's just not that big a statement because now you're the guy. Like, look, man, I think he got robbed in the Devin Haney
He did.
Haney fight, right? He did, but now you're turning into that guy that loses all his big fights. That's how I look at him. They're like,
That's what boxing did to him.
yeah, like
right.
you lost the Lopez fight.
Yeah.
Lost the Lopez fight.
I feel like he can beat Shakur now too, bro. I give him a chance now, bro. I give him a chance.
He's too old,
He has
man.
a
I
chance.
would.
Dude is in his mid
before the Haney
30s,
fight.
bro. That dude
Yeah.
is in his
Bro.
mid 30s, bro. Like, I don't know,
I
but
don't know about
I've
that.
always felt that Shakur is the one who's gonna retire him. I've always like, what if Shakur's triumphant statement victory is over him?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna show y'all who I am.
Possibly.
That'll turn
That'd
things
be
around for him.
crazy,
That'll
bro.
save him.
That
That'll
would actually make me sad because at
So,
the end of the
channel the
now
Puerto
fuck
Rican boxing spirits to channel that energy to Shakur. Like, yo, put
no.
Lomachenko in the retirement home, bro. If you want to get these people, like, look, man, Devin, I don't give a fuck who argues on your behalf on Twitter. People on the street don't think you won that fight, bro. They don't. It was motherfuckers shouting. Look, if you go to ES News the week after that, it was motherfuckers shouting out Loma at the airport. Lomachenko, you won that fight. The dude was sweeping the floor. Ali doing an interview. You hear a voice from the distance. Lomachenko won that fight.
Van Dam said so. This guy won the fight.
Bro, Chris, you popping popcorn now, bro?
He's making lunch. He's making lunch.
No, he's opening a candy bar.
He's
My
making dinner.
fucking mic was
Popping
mute.
popcorn now, bro?
My mic was muted, bro. You know, it's funny. Nelly even said, "Yo, Lomachenko won that fight." That's how bad that shit was. What the yo,
Don't
bro?
even change the
How's
subject, man.
Yo, are you guys watching the Pro Box?
Y'all seen the Van Damme shit? I am Jean-Claude Van Damme. I know box. I know fight. And he won that fight.
Hey Jules, are you watching the Pro Box show?
No, bro, I'm looking at y'all.
The Pro Box?
I don't know how to get Pro Box on TV, but I do have Pro Box. Actually, I'm subscribed for the year.
It's on YouTube.
What is that?
On YouTube.
Pro Box.
It's $8 for the year. I subscribe for the year.
No, it's on YouTube. You can watch all the fights on every Wednesday night.
Live.
Yeah, it's Orlando Gonzalez versus Jorge Castaneda. That's what they're watching.
Bro, the ring girls that they have there are so fucking hot, bro. And they have good fights, bro. Like,
la esposa mía está ahí, cállate, coño. La esposa mía está ahí.
Oh, perdón. No, están bien feas, están bien madreadas.
Dilo en español.
Horribles.
They're ugly. These girls are
asquerosas. Puras pirujas tienen ahí.
I guess Andrade should be on that platform now, considering his career's lost.
Caesar, the reason why the ring girls are the reason why the ring girls are fire on Pro Box is because they show the full cheeks. The full cheeks.
They do, bro.
Shout out to Pro Box. I'm about to go there right now.
Shout out to the
full cheeks.
Corruption in Pro Box.
Yo, you should start going live for the Pro Box show, bro. Like, I mean, they're bringing.
Bro, do you realize how many times you know how many fucking times I go live in a week, bro? I go live a lot.
They usually do this Wednesday.
You get money,
every
you
other
fucking
Wednesday,
whore.
not every Wednesday.
You get money, you fucking whore. Don't say that.
Yeah, they want to take a break.
Julius,
bro.
boxing side note, you should do that the eating challenge. Like the way you put down those fucking tacos, you could challenge those Asian cats. I don't know where they do those eating challenges. Holy fuck, bro. You could win some shit.
Yeah,
Oh,
No,
what
this
was the show? Eating
wait,
IQ. Like,
Food IQ.
Food IQ
Food IQ. All
with
right, I'm
Guy
about to go that
Fieri
shit
and
right now.
fucking Julius.
All right, I got the shit on right now.
That's a pretty good scrap.
who's using scissors?
Bro, I'm telling you, that's Chris. He over here cutting out fucking Christmas
Yo.
decorations, bro.
Yo, why you like
He's
fucking with
wrapping
me?
Christmas
Hey,
presents,
yo,
bro.
Chris always gets the
Yo,
blame for
Jules,
shit.
you should
I'm
you
like,
should
this
you
is
should
gonna
make
be
a TikTok
hilarious.
and make
Julius,
AI videos.
happy birthday
Yo.
to you.
Happy birthday to you, Jesus.
Chris, are you
You
making
know,
crafts?
Chris out here wrapping
what?
Christmas presents, guys.
Chris making crafts?
For real.
Yo,
Arts
bro.
and,
He's making
arts and
Christmas gifts.
crafts with
Yo,
Chris.
yo, bro, let me tell you something. I got some back
That's how
fractures.
he celebrates
My
Christmas. He
fucking
throws a birthday
and I
party
got
for
some
Jesus.
Yo,
and
them
I got
so
some broken
wait.
ribs,
Those
bro.
sounds was your back cracking?
I got
God
nah,
damn
bro.
it.
I was in
I was
an
taking a
accident.
piss.
Also, like I'm really fucked up right now, so I'm not just like cutting anything,
Smoke
bro.
more weed, bro.
I was
Smoke more
taking a
weed.
piss. That's not what that sound
Nah,
was.
nah. Do more coke. Do more coke, dog.
Do more
More
coke.
coke.
Right, I got it
Shout out to the
in
organized
box right
crime once
now.
again, getting Chris his drugs.
Oh, somebody doing
Yeah,
coke right
yeah.
now.
Word, you heard
Feel
that
me?
shit, right? Who's
I
sniffing? Who
heard.
treating their nose?
Yo,
High
someone's
as a
getting a
kite.
paper cut.
That's
For
some
real.
top notch
To the
shit you
feds
got
that are
here,
listening,
man.
that's not coke. That's that's that nasal shit. They're cleaning out their nose. That's all it is.
Now what I'm wondering
It's
is
fish scale.
I see that Hector Garcia, he's trying to I seen that his coach said they would like a rematch with Lamont Roach. Does that happen, or does Lamont Roach get to take the belt and run?
I
Take the
hope he
belt and
takes the
run
belt and
more.
run because I don't want to see Hector Garcia get a rematch for two reasons. One, you lost. You just straight up lost. Two, it's hilarious that another Tank Davis win is aging poorly.
That's
Yep.
All right, bro. I know you don't like Tank Davis, but at the end
Damn,
of the
that's
day,
a
that's
badass.
not a legitimate reason. We could have just said, "Hey, yo, Hector, you lost convincingly." Like, okay,
No,
but like,
that's a legitimate reason for me.
no, but fuck that. But like I was saying though, Hector, I don't know. I think Hector could have. I don't think Hector did well in his training camp because he was not. He was a little less sharper than what I'm used to seeing at 30 and shit. And I think him making 135 did well for his body. He just went up against a better fighter in Tank Davis. But I think his days at 30 are over, bro. For real, for real.
It sucks to be
I mean
him.
but no, that and if you look at just the pecking order at 130, let's be honest. I don't even think Hector's a bad fighter, but I don't think he's the same caliber as the other guys. Oshaki would have beat him. Yeah, I think Oshaki would have beat Hector. I think Joe
Probably
Cordina
stop
would
him.
have beat Hector. I think Emmanuel Navarrete would have beat Hector. So
I think he
it,
stopped
All
him,
them
bro.
do. All the
You
dudes
lost to
that you
Lamont
named
Peterson.
could
You were
potentially
obviously the weakest champion.
honestly,
no
like
Lamont Roach.
who was he gonna beat? Like he was a good, solid fighter, but the main thing is, well, okay, you beat Chris Colbert, but out of the top 5 or top 3 guys, who was Hector gonna beat?
No
Hey, so
disrespect to
Lamont
Chris
Roach.
Colbert. No, but disrespect to Chris Colbert, who he beat.
I'm
Hey, so
saying you're
Lamont
not
Roach
wrong.
doesn't have a contract with anybody right now, so he's not with the
He,
PBC.
I mean, I don't look. He used to be with Golden Boy, but I don't know what he is now. He used to be with Golden Boy. I don't know if he decides he's gonna go back there with that belt to get some money. I don't know. I don't know if they decide let's give Hector a rematch because that's another payday for us. I don't know. A lot of things can happen.
Yo, Lamont, if you hear this, you need to grab that belt and run. If you don't have no association with the motherfuckers, grab that belt and run, bro.
Bro, I would go to Top Rank. If it's me, I would go to Top Rank. I'll say, can I get a 2-fight deal? Let me get an easy one, and then I'll unify with one of your boys. I'll unify with one of you guys. You give me one easy one, and I'll do a unification match for a good amount of
Or,
money.
or unify with the winner of the Oshaki and Navarrete. Like, make that
No,
fight,
eso es lo que yo estoy
gimme,
diciendo.
and then I unify with
2-fight deal. 2-fight
3
deal.
unifications. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? One easy one, and then whoever wins that fight, you fight them for a good amount of money. And don't be stupid because look at where you campaign, bro. Ain't nobody getting money like that at your weight. So don't be stupid now. Be reasonable. Shout out to Jonathan Lambarena.
Motherfuckers love being retarded, though. You gotta
Don't,
understand.
bro. Look at Teofimo. That's like, I'm sorry, that's the most talented, retarded motherfucker in all of boxing. Like
Ese
you
güey está loco,
talent.
bro. He dice
That dude is
estupideces.
talented, but he's a like, yeah, you like for real dumb, bro.
He's a delusional piece of work, man, for real.
Little greedy
That
fucker.
dude is dumb, bro.
The sad thing is,
You
he is a very talented kid.
Yeah, but you do business like a fucking idiot, bro. Like honestly.
So is it established that?
Whoa, hold on. Are you guys talking about Teofimo and how stupid he is?
Yeah.
Oh my god, man, he takes the fucking cake, bro.
Dude is a fucking idiot, bro.
So are we
I saw him explain the
Theo
Tree of
does
Life
Ryan
tattoo
Garcia?
he got, and he has no concept of the ideology that's on his back. He got the whole Tree of Life tattoo, and he was trying to explain it, and I just looked at the TV like, what is wrong with this fucking guy? Him and Gervonta Davis have like an IQ of 70.
Yo, dog, I told y'all what's wrong with Teofimo, and y'all thought it's a joke.
Crack baby.
He's a crack baby. I'm not even playing.
You're kidding, right?
It was, listen, let me tell y'all something. It was cracks. It was cracks in the sperm that went in his mom. It was cracking that shit.
Yeah.
Sperm.
Yeah.
I don't want that image in my head.
He got that Tyrone Bigham sperm. Like,
yo.
I don't want that fucking image, bro.
Nigga said you got the TV in him. Nigga said that.
Damn, Jules, why you go there for, man?
Why do you
that Teofimo?
Why do you think he's like that? Why, like, yo, they offer him 1.5. Like, shout out to Chris Algieri, and I think it was Dan Canobio. They talked about it on their podcast that he was bitching that they only offered him 1.5 for Ryan. But Brody, it's Ryan and it's on pay-per-view. You're not using your head. You beat the fuck out of Ryan, bro. Everybody knows that. So yeah, it's 1.5, but for a fight that's easy, bro. What's the matter with you, bro?
And pay-per-view backside.
So he turned down 1.5 million for Ryan?
So, yeah.
The guarantee.
And
it
a
looks
split.
like it looks exactly that. It's not just the 1.5. You was gonna get a split. It's not just 1.5 flat. No, that was gonna be a pay-per-view. And I think we all agree it's a pay-per-view that would have did well. Like, yo, that probably could have did 500,000, 600,000, maybe.
Yeah, easy. More.
They want to see, because they want to see Ryan do well. So this fucker, Jesus Christ.
I said this dude is like. That's why I said like, yo, this dude is like the Camboso shit is the prime example. Long story short, you would have got 7 figures for a dude who asked you beat easy. You the reason that shit lasted that long, bro. You the reason for that. It never had to take that long. None of that shit had to happen. All of that is your fault.
I mean, look how bad.
I thought Davis was the crack baby.
I thought he was just medically bipolar, but you're right, Jules. I think he's a crack child. Yeah.
No, he's a crack bit. Like, bro, look at his dad, bro. Come
Are
on, look
crack
at his
babies
dad,
like
bro.
hyperactive, like ADHD?
They got like ADHD and shit and emotional problems and shit, like philosophical. You think this dude always talking this philosophy shit, like you gotta die to live and you gotta live to, like, what are you talking about, bro?
Yeah, exactly.
What are you talking about, bro?
The Tree of Life thing was fucking gold, dude. That shit was unreal.
Yeah, some shit like that. I gotta go to my past because that's where my future is. What's the matter with you, bro?
Who's the guy that Wilder got mad at? What's his name?
Radio Raheem, man.
Radio Raheem. He was interviewing, and I was just like, God damn, the bullshit this guy has to hear, the horse shit this guy has to endure with these guys.
Son, sometimes I think Radio Raheem needs to go in a deprivation chamber after talking to all these fucking boxers, bro.
This is too much, dude.
Too much, bro.
You remember the Daredevil movie where he had to,
man?
No, you remember the Daredevil movie where he had to go into like the little water chamber?
Deprivation chamber. That's what that's called. I have one over there. I go in there. After I'm on Twitter too long, I step right in that shit and close the door, bro. Shit is crazy. You don't actually think I have a fucking deprivation chamber, do you?
I mean,
I don't.
Jules, we thought you had a cryo chamber, man.
I have one of those. I do have one of those.
You got an
I do
No,
have
Julius
one.
has a coffin shaped like a cigarette.
I have a cup of coffee that I could climb in and go to sleep, bro. For real.
Now you got a
I can
coffin shaped
totally
like
see
a
you
cigarette.
doing that too.
Really,
Shout out
Jules,
to
I don't know what kind of
Jonathan.
weird
Shout
technology
out
you
to
have.
Jonathan. Hold on. Shout out to Jonathan Lambarena. I live in Oakland. A customer of ours had a DHP shirt on. I asked him if he really thought Haney won. He said, "Hell nah. He knows Bill Purse." I'm saying, like, there's no need. People on the street, forget the internet. People on the street know, like, dog, he didn't win that fight. It's very simple. You could like him. You could still like him, even though he got a gift. But you got a gift, bro. Like, yeah, like you didn't win that fight, bro.
I
Shout
just
out to
gotta.
LJ. Wilder cannot be main event if his knockouts don't carry weight. That's why Showtime and PBC struggle. Yeah, like I did the video on that the other day that Wilder wants to be the main event of the show, but it's like it's common sense, bro. It's in Saudi Arabia that accommodates a UK time zone. So it's you can kind of see who the main event is going to be.
He's asking for to be the main event.
Yes.
I thought he looked rather humble when I saw him. He was talking to AJ and he looked humble, but was that was a
Bro,
show?
when he got away from the tables and all the other people, he started back on his same shit. That's when he started talking about the $50 million offer,
Oh,
that he should be a
fuck,
main event.
dude.
He
This guy's
literally
not.
started like as soon as he got away from all the people in the table, the same interviews that he did that day, he started up with the same shit. Like literally the same shit.
Oh,
It's
what a
like
manipulative fuck,
I said that dude is two-faced, bro. I said that like, yo,
dude.
that
That
dude is
is
an actor, bro.
what a
That dude is
fucking
an
piece
actor.
of shit, dude.
Bro, and that's why it pisses me off that fucking Anthony is so nice around this motherfucker, bro. Like, okay,
Yeah,
this
he's
dude was shaking your hand
fucking civil
earlier.
with him.
I saw that interview. I saw part of that interview, and I saw like a minute of it, and I was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna shut this off because this shit is gonna piss me off. This
Bro, because
motherfucker is making excuses
it's
again.
it's a ego thing, dog. Like
Dude.
at the end of the day, it's all an ego thing that he cannot accept that he's the B side, bro. Like, yeah, you the B side, you were always the B side, and it's not about nothing other than what you sell. It's not about this, it's not about that, it's not about your friends, it's not about your story, it's not about nothing other than the money you generate. And you don't generate more money than the other guy. That's why he's on the Forbes list and you're not. That's why this is your first time fighting in Saudi. This would be his third time fighting in that part of the world. It's like, it's not complicated. The only ones that make it complicated is the people on the internet. Shout out to Edwin Castillo. Fuck Benaduck as he preferred to give us another has-been career middleweight to marinate Duck and Morrell. Yeah, I mean, like, that's the $1 million question. If Canelo follows through with this plan that he gonna fight Jaime and David is for September, what the fuck is David gonna do till September?
Hey yo, if
Gotta
David
find
is
somebody.
serious about if David really is serious about trying to beat Canelo, he has to fight Morrell because if he
Yeah,
goes in there and he beats the shit out of Morrell,
yeah, but
that'll say much more
that
than him beating
Are
that
they gonna
bum.
yeah,
gamble?
definitely.
Are they
But
gonna gamble on Morrell?
no, they're not.
I don't think
He
so,
should
but
fight.
that's what he has to do though.
He
I
needs
don't
a
think so,
tune-up,
but
but
that is what he has to do.
who's a
There's
good tune-up
nobody
for?
left.
Who's a
There's
good
nobody
tune-up for?
left.
Jamal.
No. Let's look
Jamal,
at
nah.
realistically.
Jamal, it's not Jamal. They probably gonna put him in there with Caleb Plant, if I had to guess. Caleb
You
Again?
think they
Plant.
would put him
I
in there with
love
Andre?
it. I love
Jamal
it.
versus Andre?
You sure he ain't
Demetrius, or
traumatized?
that's
I
what I'm saying.
love it.
Or Demetrius. They might put him in there with
Oh no, you're talking
Demetrius.
about Jamal. No, David. Like, who's he gonna fight as a tune-up before Canelo? If it's
Oh, I
happening
said
in
he
September?
don't have nobody. There's no more tune-ups. Who? There's no more tune-ups.
He's got to have somebody.
Oh,
Somebody.
they'll find somebody. Believe you me, they'll find somebody.
That's my
Not
Nicholson. I mean, they already used his
No,
service.
High
this
school
is the
janitor or
shit.
something?
This is the shit that because he's on pay-per-view, I would agree with you, but because his last two fights have been pay-per-views, no, they're in a pickle because he doesn't want to go back. He don't want to like he don't want to go off pay-per-view. So you gotta find somebody that you could sell. You know what I mean? Like you gotta find somebody.
Yeah, the division isn't that strong right now.
Jamal's too
Shout
much
out
of
to
a bitch
Mr.
for that fight.
Calderon. Shout out to Mr. Calderon. No lie, not just here, but Subriel has been building a fan base since Saturday. He impressed people just at my party last Saturday who never seen him. That's what, yeah, because that dude is made for TV, bro. That's why I be saying that you don't have to like boxing to like his fights. You see what the dude is a fucking animal, bro. Like that's he made for TV. I really hope that his promoter and his manager and his team make the right decision because if y'all stay at the PBC, y'all career not gonna go nowhere. It's not. I'm telling yeah, it's not. None of the big names is gonna want to fight you, and all they're gonna do is put you on the shelf for a given amount of time, and then they're gonna move you up to welterweight where you have absolutely no leverage with anyone. At least at 140, you're a champion. But if they do what I think they're gonna do, yeah, your career is already over.
They're
And
gonna
the
So
feed
worst
him to
part is,
boots, bro. They're gonna.
he could end up on that fighting once every 2 year plan. You know.
if he stays there,
You know what they would do? They would
stays
feed him
there.
to boots and fuck up that career, bro.
Ooh, thoughts on Abel Sanchez saying Nello beats David? Um, who is that, man? Shout out to Luis Mosqueda. I'll say this. I don't really like when Abel Sanchez picks a guy to win because his picks are actually usually bad. Usually, they actually are bad. What I will say is I do have Canelo winning the fight. I've already said why a million times. I don't want to say it a million more. It just seems an obvious pick to me that it's like if you've been watching them both, who wants to go to sleep?
My
Yeah, are
bad.
we boring you, bro? Is it too
Yeah.
boring for you?
It's
¿Estamos
logic if you pick
durmiendo?
Canelo beating
I've been
Benavidez.
driving around all
Bro,
day.
can I read this
Listen,
out for
listen,
what Luis
listen, listen,
Mosqueda
listen,
said?
listen. Like I said, I already said it a million times. I don't want to have to say it a million more. But it is a common sense argument. Like if you know anything about boxing, if you've been watching Canelo, you'll know that like yeah, the aggressive guys, those are usually the guys he does all right with, and he's been that way since his 54 days. That if you're gonna be aggressive and stand in front of him, you're making it very easy for him. It's the boxers that give him problems, not the punchers. Not really, you know.
Abel
Shout out
Bro,
Sanchez
to
just likes to cover his
can I read
bases.
what Mosqueda said, bro? Go back to that super chat, please. Can I read what he just said? Because I can't believe I saw that shit on your screen. Can you go back to Luis Mosqueda, please?
I gotta read these shits. Did you interrupt me from reading these shits? Jay Flint said they're gonna say Canelo is ducking Morrell after he beats David. When will enough be enough to prove he's the man? It's not about him proving he's the man. That's kind of what I've been trying to get across. Nothing. If he beat David, that would only make them matter. They wouldn't be happy. Like look at Crawford. They trashed Crawford for 5 years, so that when push came to shove, he didn't just beat Spence, he destroyed
Get
him.
the
But
shit
did
out of
that
here.
but did that make them respect Crawford? No, they just more mad at him now. They even more mad than they was before. It's the
They
same with Canelo. If he beat David,
Crawford,
go ahead.
my bad.
No, go
Crawford,
ahead.
Joshua, Canelo. Nothing they do will ever be good enough for a certain set of people. They're just eternally fucked. They could all fight Godzilla right now, win, and they say, go fight Kong.
That's what I'm saying.
they'll they'll be appreciated once they retire. 2 years, 3 years passes by, and they're gonna be like, man, yeah, these guys really did do a lot. That
The
That's what I'm
narrative
saying.
went
That with
from
those guys, all right, guys, calm down. What the problem with those guys is that they don't it's not about giving them credit. They want to see them lose. That's it. It's not yo Crawford got to do this for me to respect them. It's not that. It's Canelo it's the same shit. It's not that. They just want to see them lose. At this point, that's all they want. So if he were to beat David Benavidez, bro, they would say, "Oh, this dude is ducking Tyson Fury. This dude is ducking Jairo Pataya. Whoever they gotta find, whoever they gotta conjure up, so they could keep this going, they'll do it, bro. It doesn't
yeah,
matter who it is.
the
Canelo's
narrative
ducking
went from
Godzilla.
Terrence Crawford. The narrative went from Terrence Crawford. Oh, he's avoiding Spence to. Oh, he aged Spence out. He waited Spence out. What?
Look at where they are now. The same people that were like, he need to get Spence a rematch. You need to get Spence a rematch. Are the same people saying, go fight Boots. Y'all motherfuckers stopped making sense a long time ago. Which one is it, bro? Do you want the Spence rematch or you want him to fight Boots? Because y'all the same ones asking for that shit. It'll be
They're all
different at 54.
bro,
on the
they
same
want them to
nuts.
get with Vince McMahon and call and make a triple threat match, bro. That's what they want.
Yeah, like at this
Handicap match.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
at this
handicap
point,
match.
there's nothing that Crawford could do for those guys but lose because that's what they really want the most. They just want him to lose because a lot of those guys being real, they not very good at forecasting the outcomes of boxing matches. You know what I mean? So they mad about the Fulton shit.
They're not good at anything in their fucking
Hey,
lives. They're hate.
Jules,
No,
Let's
can
no,
I
call
no.
it
ask
what.
you something?
Yeah.
Imagine a world where Canelo knocks out Benavidez and Crawford beats the shit out of Tim Zoo. How big is the Crawford Canelo fight, bro?
I mean, to me, I've already said this, but I'll say it again. To me, that is our era's Hagler Hearns, and I mean not Hagler Hearns, Leonard
Leonard.
Leonard Hagler. That's for me. That's that. That's that in
Yeah.
this era. With the difference being that Crawford has not been out for 3 years. That's why I said that. Like, look, I'm not going to sleep on Crawford because Leonard was out for 3 years before he fought Marvin Hagler, and he was able to come back and they had a hell of a fight. Like the fact that it was even competitive is the point that you
Right.
might think Leonard
It was
really won the
controversial.
fight. You might think Hagler really won the fight, but the fact that it was competitive and he was out for 3 years, it's like, bruh, we never know. Maybe Bud would do okay. Maybe not. Maybe he gets knocked out. But when I see it, I just see this era's Leonard versus Hagler. That's
It
what I
captures
see.
the
Like,
imagination, right, of the fans. It just
because
gives old
Crawford ain't been
vibes.
out. Crawford ain't been out for, and the other thing is that Canelo is not a tall. Canelo is not a giant to Terrence Crawford. Yeah, he's heavier, but he's not like, oh, he's super tall and super like, nah. Canelo is little, bro. Yo, come on, Canelo like 5'7", 5'8", bro. Like
Hmm.
you
Crawford has a
practically.
longer reach, right?
That's what I'm saying. So there's
Yeah, he
room in
does.
there, based on things like that. It's like, yo, if you did that, you might do 1.3 mil with that. You might
Hmm.
because
I will say
Crawford
this
is
though.
riding high.
Over
Still
I
got
will say this
1.5,
though.
Canelo
He
beating him
bro.
though.
has. He would have to beat the shit out of Tim Zoo. Like it would have to look exactly like the Errol Spence
Yeah,
fight.
but I don't
Because
think he
otherwise,
needs.
people are gonna
I don't
say
think he needs to beat Tim Tszyu for that to be a big fight.
it's
I think
not.
that's a big fight now. I think that's a
It'll
big
It's
make
fight.
it
not
bigger,
that. It's
bro.
not that, Jules. It's that. It's easier to sell to the general public if you do that to the next guy up a weight class. You go, okay, and then you
Look,
look at
bro.
160. It's like there's no one there. It's okay, okay, okay.
I'll
I
say
can
Look,
see
bro.
this.
it
I'm
Look,
gonna
now.
be honest, bro. I'm not convinced because he beat the shit out of car wrecked Errol. That he's gonna go up there and beat Canelo, bro.
but the shit,
That's
bro, the
21
shit is that
pounds, bro. That's a
Bro, the
lot of
shit is that
weight. It's a lot of
this
size.
has happened in box. This is what I mean, that this
Just
is
Leonard versus
boxing
Hagler.
history repeating itself. When Ali said he's gonna come back, he's gonna fight Foreman after Frazier done beat his ass, nobody believed him. Nobody believed him when he like, bro, Ali, you about to get your ass whooped. That's what they believed, you know what I mean? When Leonard saying, oh, I see something in Hagler, they ain't believe him neither, bro. So I just see that kind of repeating itself there. I'm not going to say Bud is going to beat him. I'm saying there's just enough there for the imagination. They're like, yeah, I need to see this shit because I really don't know what's going to happen. I don't know. Maybe Bud is just that special fighter. He's just that dude. Or maybe you about to get your ass knocked out fucking around. Cause this ain't Spence you
So it's a
fighting, bro.
50-50. Yeah, it's a
Let's
50-50.
understand that. Canelo has a world-class chin, among other things. This ain't Spence, bro. All right?
Insane.
So there's enough there for everybody, for everyone to be like, yeah, I need to see that. Because I don't know what's gonna happen.
That's what I'm saying.
And
If he beats the shit out of Tim Zoo,
above all else, Canelo has the Guadalajara Jalisco cartel on his side too. So it's surmountable odds, damn near.
Cartel.
Shout out to Stephen Brimley. Are we really cool with Canelo fighting Munguia? It's not that, bro. It's that like y'all want me to be mad because it's not happening when y'all want it to happen. That's what it
Exactly.
is. That I already heard that it's Munguia in May and David in September. I already heard that on good authority. So as long as it's happening, I'm like, no, I'm cool. As long as it's happening, I'm cool.
Example,
The
Mirage. He
Munguia
wants
fight
it at
makes
his
sense because
time.
it makes dollars. Like, come on now.
Yeah, it ain't even like I'm hyping it up. It's that I'm saying, yeah, I do think he's gonna fight him. So I'm not gonna complain. Like, bro, what am I already
and
been through this with the Golovkin shit. That I was giving him a hard time in them days of Golovkin, and I learned my lesson. Like, nah, this kid is not a bitch, man.
let's
He,
be honest. Does that Demetrius Andrade win really prove that David Benavidez is light and day better than Munguia, or that he's better than Munguia? That doesn't prove that you're better than Munguia, bro. Yeah,
Being
he
Just
real,
went
proves you ain't a
to
bitch.
distance and with Derbinchenko, but Derbinchenko has a record of giving guys hard fights. Demetrius hadn't proved shit.
I mean, being real, I'll say that the one win that David has now that you could say, okay, that's kind of better than anybody you beat is Caleb Plant. Because the best guy that Munguia beat was Saddam Ali. No. I'll take that back. The best guy he beat was Liam Smith at 154. So, Liam Smith, Caleb Plant. I'm like, okay. But David is not really, to me, he's not head and shoulders above Munguia, but he is bigger. He is a bigger guy. He does rehydrate noticeably bigger than Jaime Munguia. So,
Suspiciously like he's a cruiserweight or something.
I know, right? Shout out to Bobby Light. I feel Canelo's early style is enough to beat David. Yeah, to counterpunch him, bro. Shout out to Mr. Calderon. I'ma call Maul is next to stay busy for David. It depends, man. Because if they feel that they could get a little bit of dollars with Caleb Plant versus Maul, they might do that, They might do that. Shout out to
And you might
Cervecero.
just
Shout out to Cervecero. Nello Crawford need a criminal record to get love. Yeah, I guess they got to beat some fuck ups to get love. It's not enough that they beat the shit out of people and win. They gotta be like generous or some shit. I guess. Shit is crazy, man. I'm gonna smoke a cigarette. Y'all sing songs of glory.
Yo,
First
Chris,
off,
what's going on
I
with your
can't.
boy P Diddy, man? What's going on with his ass?
The empire is falling, bro. He came after Diageo about racism and him being marginalized with Ciroc and De Leon, and they dropped the gauntlet on him, man. But we all knew that there was always allegations from Hollywood Street King, Jackie Jasper, Lipstick Alley, that this individual was a very very vicious individual towards women and men and the people around him, and he just had a very disturbed temperament. But hey, at the end of the day, you can't call the pot black if you're black yourself as a kettle. So ultimately, P Diddy's gonna get what he deserves, because ultimately, in this game where there's glass ceilings for black men or black men and black women specifically, hey, bro, it is what it is. Like,
Yeah, but he already paid his way
ultimately,
out of that lawsuit, bro. So like,
no, I feel you, but you have to understand this. If Pete Diddy would have just chilled out with Diageo and said, "All right, cool, I'm just gonna, keep doing my thing," and I just want to bring these brands over to a different place, or promote different brands. You have to understand. P. Diddy promoted Cavassier. Cavassier got one of the biggest bumps out there. P. Diddy promoted fucking Ciroc. Rock had one of the biggest bumps in sales out there. P. Diddy's promoting De Leon. And as a brand ambassador for a startup tequila company back in the day, I saw how P Diddy's impact had on my community, being the black community. My thing is with him, he should have never. Like, I understand you don't want to be marginalized in that society, especially if you've proven yourself. But ultimately, they're never going to allow you to be better than them. So why is he thinking that it's just going to be like, oh, I'm one of them now? You're never going to be one of them. That just doesn't make sense. He should have been. I'm not saying be happy, be complacent. That's not his temperament. But ultimately, when you play the game that he plays, when you can only be in this game if you have dirt on you. That's what I presume and that's what I surmise. Because hey, it seems to me that they're not comfortable with anyone who's clean. So because at the end of the day, it makes them look bad. But hey, neither here nor there. To be quite honest with you, knowing what he knows, he was too comfortable bucking the system, knowing that he's done so much fuck shit. You feel me?
I
yeah,
got a
but
question about that. I got a question about that because I've seen some YouTube channels saying that he was implicated in part of Tupac's murder. Is there any truth to that rumor?
That goes with a lot of the dirt he did. You can think about it like this. Gene Dill, one of his former security guards back in the '90s, said, "Hey, I don't care if Suge gotta go to jail or Tupac or Biggie has to die," and that's what he said out of his own mouth because he didn't feel comfortable and he just wanted the nonsense and the madness of the East Coast West Coast beef, which he started, to die down.
No.
Yeah,
No, he's not back. No, Nico Ali Walsh. No grandson of Ali. No, we were done. We were done. God damn it. We were free.
He's fighting in
We
Africa.
were free.
Just when you thought it was safe to go back in the water.
Yo, dog, he's
Ali
fighting in
too, Electric Boogaloo.
he's fighting in fucking New Guinea, bro.
Guinea, Africa. No, he's fighting in Africa.
Wait, what?
Bro, look
Guinea,
at where
Africa. Really?
he's fighting in New Guinea.
Oh,
Like,
shit.
No, he's
bro.
How in
Ali
the hell did?
Boombayeh.
Wait a minute, man. How do you get a fight in New Guinea? I mean, of all places.
Yo.
Rumble in the
No,
Jungle, part
Guinea.
2.
Isn't the
Look,
Rumble of the
it's
Jungle
Guinea,
30th
Africa.
anniversary or something like
It's
that?
Guinea, Africa. He's fighting in the fucking. He's fighting in Guinea, Africa. What the fuck, Top Rank?
I'll say
Stop
this. I
lying,
mean,
man.
no, he's not. I mean, clearly he's not with Top Rank. He's fighting in fucking Guinea, bro. Like, it's safe to say him and Top Rank is done, bro.
Wow.
Got tossed in the
I wonder what
bushes.
the selling point of this is going to be. It's going to be back in Africa. There was the rumble in the jungle between
They're
Ali
gonna
and
need it.
Paul.
No, they're gonna need a translator to tell him who his grandfather is, bro. That's all it
And,
is.
and the captain's going to read, why don't you go out there in the bush and fuck with them lions?
Bro. Put on some real shit, yo. I can't believe it. Like, yo, this dude is. I thought that him losing that fight would be the end of his boxing career.
Obviously not.
I guess he's serious about it, but why?
Bro, Jules, what else
You
does that
suck.
motherfucker have, man? Other than his grandfather's name, man. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I ain't mad at him for trying to make some money off of that. You know, I mean, I would be too.
Yeah, but not country. Like, he should not fight. I mean, he should do, like, I don't know, man. Just like fucking.
Well, did he lose
Big-
his last
Whatever
fight?
he was doing before
Or-
boxing, because he got into boxing late.
Yeah.
The thing is that what's the end game?
Get a
You know,
CDL?
if you word right, like UPS is hiring, bro. Like you boxing for what? Do you believe that you could win a world title? He's at 168, I think it is 160 or 168. He doesn't beat any of those guys, bro. Like none of them
No,
guys.
he won't.
None of them guys between 160. Not even today's version of Charlo. He don't beat today's version of Charlo. Like nah, fam. Like you get beat.
God, between him and Campbell Hatton, it's like all these second generation guys, like Mosley's kid, go away. You guys suck.
Well,
Yeah, but
you could do what.
I'll give it to Shane Jr. He's a more, I would still say that he's a more serious professional than Campbell Hatton and then Nico Ali Walsh. I would say that, look, Shane's not his father, but he can fight. He can fight. You know, he can, better than those
He
guys
has
at least.
some skills. He's about a
That's
C-level
true.
fighter. Wouldn't you say he's C-level?
Yeah, like C level and Nico and Campbell, those is Z level, like X level down there somewhere.
I think Nico can do YouTube boxing. What about him?
Yeah,
Holyfield's
him.
son got knocked out, didn't he? Holyfield's son.
Oh,
He fought
he
again?
sucks. No, he
sucks,
got
bro.
knocked out, bro. He got knocked
He got
out.
knocked out, right?
He got knocked
Yeah,
the
so
fuck
I'm
out.
like,
Yeah.
damn.
Bro, he been got knocked out. Like he got knocked out like over a year ago, bro.
Yeah, I remember that.
Jeff, that dude, Jeff.
Okay. I'm
Yo,
sorry
and
to change the
he
topic
got
here,
like
but
a heart condition or some shit now. He got
Oh,
like
yeah,
a heart
So he's
condition.
retired.
I
he's
hate
done.
to change the topic here, but like, isn't
It's better
this
that
screen
he's
right
not
here we're
boxing,
looking at-
man.
this screen we're looking at, isn't this like American boxing summed up in a nutshell right here? Just a bunch of little girls talking to each other on Twitter while the actual women are fighting.
It's a fucking soap opera, bro. They're just arguing on Twitter. That's it.
Bro, that's
It's
what I
Days of
start.
Our
That's
Lives
what I
shit.
started. No, that's what I started out with. That if you really look at it, this is really only going on like this in the American boxing scene. We know that the Japanese are not big trash talkers. The UK guys fight each other. You know, David Adelaide, he just fought Fabio Wardley. Yeah, they was talking shit, but they fought. You know, and it didn't take a million years to make it either. Whereas, you know, this they talking all this, but I don't care what George says, bro. You could have fucking fought this dude. You didn't want to fight Shakur. You could say whatever you want on Twitter. The truth is, you didn't want to fight him.
Sure.
Teofimo, you at 140, bro. Unless you're gonna come down, this is not about nothing. Unless Shakur is gonna go up, this is not about nothing. This is just arguing to argue, basically.
And the funny part is, I don't think neither one of them wants any part of Subriel, man.
None of them do. That's what makes it even worse. That you have a really good fighter. That's how much boxing has moved away from boxing in America. That you have a really good fighter, but nobody's gonna fight him. Nobody. Yeah, I heard that Devin vacated his belts, bro. We mentioned it earlier, but it's not a surprise to anybody. So what happens now is Gervonta's next fight will be for the full WBA title. He will be elevated to full WBA champion. The IBF title will be on the line in Kambosos versus Lomachenko next year in Australia, which is what I said. Shakur already has the WBC. I'm not sure what happens with the WBO. I don't know what happens with that one. I got to see who's in their ranks.
Bob will find out.
Yeah, Bob already know, bro. Yo, that dude Blazer is shiny as shit, bro. He couldn't find more rhinestones to put in that shit.
Yo, if Devin Haney beats Prograis fair and square, bro, and he beats him well, I think he would fight Matias, bro. You know what? I was
No.
Weren't we saying that he was never gonna fight Prograis?
You
And he
don't
did fight him.
You don't
Bro,
grow
I would
balls
like
Come
overnight,
on, like
bro.
let's give him the benefit of the doubt. And I'm gonna be on the Devin Haney train if he puts on a good performance, because Shakur just put a shit performance on.
Dude, Devin Haney better stay there.
Hold on. When's the last time Devin Haney's put on a good performance against an elite guy?
Okay, look, he did lose. He did have to rob Lomachenko, but that was a good fight, though. He did fight him.
That's not what I said. That's not what I said.
It wasn't supposed to be a good fight, though. It was supposed to be Devin Haney's coming out party against the old man, and the old man whooped his ass.
And then he says in the corner, Dad, that's not a dad. When you say Dad, he's got me all figured out. I don't know what to do. Come on, man.
Yep.
Like Devin Haney.
I heard that loud and clear.
No. And I want to say that Devin Haney gets credit for taking the fights, but I can still critique his performances.
Yeah, and the other thing is, I don't think he's gonna fight Subriel regardless, bro. Like, I don't believe that. Like, bro, you're not gonna fight a dude like that. People in boxing play dumb a lot. He knows who that dude is. He knows what he does, and he knows what he did, bro. That's why you acting like you never heard of him before, but you had time for George.
Nobody's gonna fight a guy that lets you hit. He lets you hit him with your best shots for 2-3 rounds, and then he smiles and like, my turn.
Yeah,
dude. Devin Haney should stay the hell away from Subriel Matias, because he may be able to outbox him for a while, but as soon as Matias can land on his ass, he's in trouble.
No, we don't want him to stay away. We want the fights.
Yeah, but it's like look, that's why boxing in America is the way it is, because it's so predictable. For everything we're saying right now, he's not gonna fucking fight that dude, bro. He's not. Like, I don't have a doubt in my mind.
People?
Why you think Bill was on a Boxing Voice talking about a Thurman fight, bro?
Yeah,
like they know,
that's sad to hear when you start making Thurman.
They're not gonna go after Undisputed the way Usyk did, the way Crawford did, or the way Canelo did.
They're not even talking about fighting like Lopez, maybe unifying with Lopez, because they already know that's going to be a stalemate because of the egos and the money and the splits.
Right.
They're not even talking about that. The Haneys, they're not even talking about that. Teofimo, who knows what the fuck this fucking, like, I don't even, like, what are you going to do, bro? You're not going to fight Ryan, so what are you going to do, bro?
Exactly. Well, the funny thing is, Jules, did you say it in the relay? He really wants a part of Ryan's endorsement money. Like, bro, that ain't your shit.
Like the whole shit is boring. Bro. It's soap opera. Who doing all that?
Teo's having the exhibition of the century in Honduras, bro.
And instead of fighting, bro. Instead of fighting. All
But
you
they
have,
know him
look,
in Africa, though, bro. They
yo,
know him in
listen. All
Africa.
you have in America is a bunch of guys that's trying to game the system, basically, and it's corny because y'all only doing that because y'all low key y'all type nervous. Like, be real,
Mm-hmm.
like y'all, it's shit that y'all don't want to do. So y'all all basically trying to game the system, and that's why motherfuckers get bored with y'all. Like, yo, I don't really want to hear about y'all arguing all day. To be real, like, I'd
Like
rather
when,
y'all be fighting each other.
yeah, Jules, like when you say there's a lot of stupid people in boxing, like all these so-called analysis and reporters, like they act like the one you showed on relay, talking to Subriel and saying, "Why don't you fight Rolly? What do you think about Rolly?" I'm like, no, he's a clown, bro. But
Dude,
he's
you don't want Rolly
undefeated.
to get
He's undefeated
assassinated.
though. But he's undefeated, and Sabria's had to fix him. Like, bro, no, he's not. What the fuck are you talking about?
You know what I'm
So I'm
saying?
like,
It's just a lot of
why do they have
dicky.
this job?
It's just
Yeah,
it's a lot of dick eating in America, man. Like on some real shit. Like everything is just dick eating, clout chasing, just stupid shit. Like
how do you
bro,
not know
like
your shit? Yeah,
just a lot of stupid shit. That's why I kind of want Regis to win because if uh who's at
Who the
McDonald's?
fuck blowing their fucking nose in their
Michael.
boogers?
Not
Everyone
me.
blame Michael. Everyone blame Michael.
Say yo. On that note, gentlemen, I'm going to shut it down for the night. I will be going live for Ryan's punk ass fight on Saturday.
Who you got, Ryan?
I still
Versus
haven't even
Duarte.
looked. I still haven't even looked at
Can
Oscar,
you
bro.
real quick? I have one request during the Brian fight. Can we see you punching the spider bag too?
The spot, man. Fuck.